so feel free to chat and keep going. Just wanted to let everybody know that we are live. So, yeah,
Hello,
but it's
world.
Yes,
hello.
hello.
Welcome back once again to the liberation of Cardaius Rest.
Alternatively, the Group O Chuckle Fucks.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I mean, that's definitely what you are, but
In a big way, yes.
you'll have
Yes.
to see what kind of reputation you guys earn as you run through this campaign.
Not a good one, I'm sure.
Eh,
I don't know. If you keep going the way you did last session, you'll do pretty
I mean,
well.
we've killed a lot of enemy soldiers without actually losing anybody yet.
The first item on my to-do list is to run inside this hole and collapse it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
So
We're just gonna take some debt tape, real quick, slap it on some support structures, and
well,
collapse
no.
the.
Remember that is not necessarily what we want to do.
Just the
Because
door.
no,
Not
because
past it.
no, because we don't know what's down there in the supply depot. There's more than likely a lot of ammo, and almost everything in Warhammer 40k is explosive.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but if I'm just trying to collapse this one section right here, that's like
Wait.
right by the door,
Yeah,
it's fine.
Hold on.
Don't worry about
possibly.
it.
I mean,
What
at
if
the
we
very
delayed our
least,
plan
look.
to steal a sorry, Flux, what if we delayed our plan to steal a flak gun for a bit and went into the tunnel instead?
That would be great, but we're the most squishy things on the planet,
It's true.
I was.
and so
I
all quarters in a tunnel is a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, that's fair. So
I
I'm
wanna
being slightly
say
invaded by my cat.
Alternatively, we make Nualia go in front of us and use her as
Ooh.
cover,
Fair point.
which is, I've been told is allowed.
Dragon, what are you trying to say?
I want to say something, but if I say it, I'll be metagaming.
Then don't say it.
Keep it to yourself.
Allow me to exist in ignorance. This is fine.
I would just have to. I'll just have to steal my turn first.
I-
Turn on the initiative.
I do like that. This is unrelated to our game, but the other group that I was in with you, they kept trying to get me to metagame at one point, and I'm just here like, no, I'm not over there with you, even though I have these ideas on things that you're missing. No, not gonna happen. But yeah.
All right then. So last we left off, our intrepid squad of Maloot had been trying to establish a beachhead on a defensive line, striking from the rear with the element of surprise and the advantage of a lot of troops also supporting you further down the defensive lines.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. We were supposed to be the second wave. Is the first wave just elsewhere?
You don't know.
Okay.
You haven't noticed any of the first wave here, but you can see to the left and right, a good few hundred meters down the line, there are more fortifications, and you can hear gunshots, see explosions. There are
Okay.
aircraft dogfighting overhead. The flak cannons in this this trench here are continuously firing into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the party had somewhat split. Half the squad moving up to the supply trench, the other half dropping down into the landing dugout, encountering a few troops who had emerged from underground bunkers, while holding back some enemies further on in the trenches to the north. You're certainly not out of the woods yet. And we will join back in at the top of the round, as Riven and Flux have set fire to a squad of enemies. Nualia saving Feely and Varkolovich from some enemies running out of an underground bunker. While Brock and the other half of the squad, mostly NPCs, pushed forward into the supply trench.
I am gonna have Nualia go first because I want her to finish saving Varkolovich. Definitely don't want to lose him. But she is, as a free action, going to shout out to Brock. Sergeant, watch out for doors in the depot. Enemies coming from them.
Roger that.
And then she's just gonna jump down and go right there. And I would like to make a Medicaid check on Varkolovich.
All right. Nualia steps off the wall of the dugout, dropping a solid 7 or 8 feet, slamming down onto the ground and rising back to her full height. Yeah, go ahead and give me a Medicaid roll.
Quick question: is he dying?
He is.
Excellent. Then I get an extra 2 dice on top of the 4 dice I already got.
That was not the response I expected.
Is he dying? Excellent.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah,
Seven.
I'll take 7 successes.
This is
All
like
right.
that Necromancy meme.
Unfortunately, that is no exalted icons, so you only restore 1 wound to Varkolovich, but you do restore him.
Yeah. Going to do what I can to ease the pain and fix whatever damage I can with what little tools I have on the series of las shots on his back.
Yeah, you spray down the wounds with canisters of spray on skin and antiseptics. Then you give him a shot of stim. His eyes go wide. Oh, God, Lieutenant.
You're alive, Varkolovich, but keep your head down. You're still gravely wounded, and you are not safe.
Understood, Lieutenant. He kind of very painedly rolls onto his side and begins heaving himself to his feet.
That being said, I do need you and Feely to relay coordinates.
Of course, Lieutenant. Tell me what you want to see destroyed.
She points back up towards Riven and Flux, but more over their heads, to where I assume that there is a rising column of smoke from the flames on the sandbags.
Not my lovely.
There is a black pall of smoke rising from the sandbags, but beyond it you can see puffs of muzzle flash and hear the chatter of gunfire and heavy cannons.
We need those guns silenced so that we can bring in reinforcements.
Alternatively, we steal guns.
Yeah, I thought.
That was your plan, and I was hoping we could do it, but we're a little
Hey,
spread
Just
thin.
because you're an impatient bitch doesn't mean we can't. We just haven't had the chance yet.
Relay the coordinates and silence those guns.
As you say, Lieutenant. He salutes you, and as he does, there is an explosion behind you, off to the left of the map. A large cloud of smoke. You hear yelling and gunfire. Feely pauses a moment, holding a hand up to the headset he's wearing. It sounds like the first wave are breaking through to our left.
That is good news. Ask headquarters one question, Feely. Were the first wave supposed to land here as well, or was this just our objective?
I'll check, Lieutenant.
Good man. And, in the meantime, I'm going to find out where this door goes.
Understood.
Riven?
Feely and Varkolovich begin running over towards the other side of the dugout.
Riven? Flux? I'm going down below to see what's there and try to clear out who I can. Help the others with taking that first trench, then get down here. I may need your assistance.
Sorry, this might be a dumb bitch question. It's this one, right?
Yeah, that's the first trench, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. She's
gonna-
not saying like go run in there, but basically just like help the others kill those guys on the barricades.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a raise my hand. Alternatively, we get a very large gun.
Do you think that you and Riven could take those guns by yourselves?
No, but it would be fun to try.
Well, have fun re-rolling a new character.
Ah,
As glorious as it would be to turn the enemy's weapons on themselves, you would die doing so, and I need you alive. As well, at the very least, at this current moment in time, we have enemies possibly behind us. And she points to the tunnels. So, it would be especially dangerous to try and take those guns with enemies able to flank us.
At this point, a hail of lasfire spatters from the trench line towards you, Flux, smacking off the sandbags, forcing you to duck.
I will squeak as I do so. Alternative plan. Can we take the big guns after we get the trench?
You know what, Varkolovich, keep your head down. Feely, fire a few shots. You two, fire. Kill as many people as you can, then we will discuss the guns. In the meantime, though, Nualia is just ending that conversation and is going into the tunnels.
And on Flux's face, just extending a closed fist in Riven's direction without looking.
And, two simple actions. I am putting away the las gun, pulling out the hand flamer.
Alright then.
free action, Riven meets Flux's fist with her servo arm very, very softly.
Just full on
Alright.
punches Flux with the servo arm.
Absolutely not.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Alright, it is the enemy's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was not a very good roll. 3 successes to hit you, Flux.
That does do the thing. Maybe. Depends on if I have cover. How does cover change things? I have a defensive 2.
Cover does add 1%, 1 for half cover. So
Things always go in my favor, so be gone
Yeah.
the thought.
the hail of blast bolts slam into the sandbags. You can see it chewing through, bursting them apart, sand leaking out. Your barricade is slowly deflating.
Fine. You can always get more sand. This is fine.
Everything is on fire.
All right, player's turn.
I want to grab initiative here. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I thought you were seizing the initiative. Okay, no.
We have no glory. That is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, but it's our turn. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So, just a quick question for DM. As squad sergeant, since I am technically the second in the chain of command, I am able to give orders to the squad if it doesn't override our main order from the lieutenant. Correct?
Precisely.
Okay.
Your job
Okay.
is as an intermediary between the lieutenant and the men. The lieutenant gives you a broad order. You tell the men how to follow it.
Okay. Brock currently just has his back up to a crate, breathing in and out heavily. He is not very happy. He goes, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Squad. Chris, Risa, Packard, hold position and Actually, no, I don't know about the artillery coming in, so okay, back to original plan. Okay, Chris, Risa, hold the line hold the line here. Hold the line here and keep the enemy pinned in their trenches. Trenches. Packard. Let's start letting sniper fire down on the enemy gun. See if we can take out the gunners. Lenwald, you're with me. We're going into the tunnels.
All right then.
Watch one of you shoot the other when you.
I was tempted to have Nualia call out, like, some sort of sign. Like, she says something, they say something in return, and if it's correct, then we don't shoot each other. But I figured we'd spent way too much time talking with the free actions, so...
Yeah, you were pushing it a bit.
Yeah.
Brock, go ahead and give me a leadership roll.
Oh boy, oh boy, what do I have in leadership? Absolute. I don't have anything in leadership, but I do have free willpower, so.
That's good.
Oh shit! Haven't changed it. How do I switch it over to the new thing?
Top of your sheet,
There's a
the
little
box that says use inline dice, click that.
Yeah.
Do not, yeah, you want it unchecked.
Unchecked. Okay, it's now unchecked, and
Ooh.
All right. Unfortunate.
yeah, unfortunate indeed. I do. Yep, they're not gonna follow my orders whatsoever.
No, you just don't give them a bonus to their actions.
Shit. Well, I tried, guys.
Yeah, there's a chorus of yes, sirs, as you bark orders. Go ahead and take your movement and your action.
Okay. Well, movement. I want to movement. If I do a full movement, I can make it. My speed is 6, so if I do a full movement, I can.
It unfortunately is a simple action to command.
So I can't do a full movement.
You could choose to sprint. You wouldn't be able to take a combat action, but
My melter does have assault, meaning that I can meaning if there is any enemies in there when I look near my melter, I can technically fire with a 2 penalty.
that is true.
Okay, so I'm gonna sprint, which does that get me into the tunnel?
Oh yeah, it's 3 times your movement.
Alright, so it goes from a 6 to an 18, so I'm in the tunnels.
All right.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
For having 2 layers of terrain, I had to have 2 maps, unfortunately.
Ah, okay.
I think
That is
Noalia
fine.
would be about, like, right there, because she had entered the tunnels. But yeah.
Yeah, I have about 6 feet of movement left when oh god, there is enemies. Okay,
And you're injured. You're in danger.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
well, good thing my melter has assault, so once I see them, I'm immediately firing the melter.
Oh
Alright.
no.
Brock,
And
you sprint in through the earthenworks door of the dugout into a rockcrete structure that stretches ahead of you, lit by light bulbs suspended by cables from the ceiling. You can see 5 people in this room. They appear to have been grabbing weapons and equipment. 2 of them closest to you look up as you enter in shock. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with your melter gun.
If Brock clears out the bunker before Noelia gets to see it,
If
that will
Brock
be the best thing ever.
if Brock blows up this bunker with me in it.
With the sprint penalty, that
Fine.
unfortunately isn't enough. You can choose to re-roll it with a rut if you want to.
I might as well. I don't. This is not gonna be. I am not.
It's not gonna be fun.
I'm not dying I'm not dying here. So, reroll.
Ooh,
And that's complication.
ooh. But it's 5
Alright.
successes.
So 5 total successes does hit him. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that we don't re-roll the wrath die?
I thought that was the case. I think this is actually not re-rolling.
It's not re-rolling the successes, which is
Yeah,
interesting.
it's not re-rolling successes.
Okay. All right. You all right?
Fuck's sake. Okay, I'm good.
That is an interesting way of doing it. I didn't realize that the wrath was used to re-roll failures, but it kept your successes. All right, good to know.
Either time. But the guy who coded this knows way more about the rules than I did. For example, I didn't know, but apparently, if you have a traumatic injury, like you've lost an eye or an arm or something, even if you are healed, unless you get an augmetic, you permanently have to roll an extra wrath die for every traumatic injury you have.
Oh, okay.
Which, is a bit harsh, and me and the guy who made this both agreed that it makes more sense if it's toggleable, so you have it until you're healed.
Of course.
So rolling 2d6. Yeah, that's a 3. I mean, that's a 12.
Alright, 12. Let me check the combat complications.
Please don't explode in my hand. Please don't explode in my hand. Please don't explode in my hand. Please don't
You know
explode in my
what'd be
hand.
cool?
Here we
It
are,
exploded in his hand.
I mean, yes. However, it would be cool if you could add a button so that when you did get a crit complication, it would just pop up so that it would roll 2d3 for you.
That actually would be interesting, yeah.
There is actually a button for complications in the character sheet somewhere. It's like 2d6
It's under-
next to each other.
Yeah, it's under combat on the far right side under rolls.
But yeah. That is out of ammo. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
Nice.
18 total damage, AP minus 4. He's dead. How do you want to incinerate this guy?
Basically, as Brock swings open the door into the bunker and just sees the guys, he hummus, Simpson screeches, and pulls the trigger and just melts a dude.
So which one are you shooting?
I think I'll be shooting this one here.
Alright.
Gang.
Nice.
You incinerate him. His torso is completely annihilated. There's just a pair of legs up to the knees standing where he stood, smoking slightly.
Yeah, and last of my movement, I am moving into cover right here.
Good idea.
I feel like we tried to take ourselves seriously when we started this, and it's going to end up with us just accidentally surviving.
I mean, that's
It's not like any tabletop.
higher character, so... Alright then.
Okay, yep, and that is my turn.
Yeah, it is now the enemy's turn.
Meep.
And it's not actually those guys down there.
Yay!
If we
Oh, boy.
return to the surface tunnel, it's actually the gunnery crew.
Oh boy.
We're in danger.
Yep.
Gunnery crew would be the ones on the flak, right?
Yep.
So, they have a minus something because of smoke, right?
If they're shooting directly at Flux and Ribbon, yes. They will be at a penalty because of the smoke.
How far down does the supply depot dugout go?
It's about 2 meters. All of the
Okay.
trenches are about 2 meters deep. Deep enough so that you can walk without having to crouch to avoid getting your head shot off.
Right. But your head is
not-
still poking up and all of that, right?
Your head isn't poking out of the trench, no. It is deep enough for you to stand without being revealed.
Okay.
It has a little firing step built into the side of the trenches that people stand up to fire over. Like that.
Okay, I was wondering who was drawing the hangman in for a second.
It's a cross section of the train.
It is. No, I get it. I get it. I just saw the stick person and was like, wait a minute.
I mean, I was going to leave you a dick after last game, but I figured that wouldn't be appreciated.
Twitch might have words to say about that.
I promised Hugh that I wouldn't draw too much on the map because I've done some previous art stuff that was pretty lit.
So, I would like to point out that when I ran my 2 one-shots of Great Orc Gods, the players were putting so much art on the background, and there was quite a bit of sexual innuendo and dick drawings there as well.
True, there was.
I'm gonna show you Stanley.
Alright, that is 7 successes. Firing at Flux and Riven.
Wow. But cover and smoke.
Yeah, so cover is +1 because you're crouching behind sandbags. And the smoke will give you another +1, so +2 to your defense total.
Sweet.
2 successes over my modified thing then.
Oh, my defense is 1, so
Rip you.
yep. I mean, I'm wearing.
Well,
I'm
they
not
only
just
rolled
wearing my
1
robes.
6, so they only get 1 extra dice.
Okay.
2 extra damage, 9 damage total, no AP.
Okay. How does that work? I think this is the first time I've actually taken damage.
So you take your resilience, subtract it from the damage you take. Anything left you take as wounds. You can convert it to shock by rolling determination.
Okay, so I have 7 resilience, so I take 2 damage then?
2 wounds.
Yep.
And
Okay,
if you
and then...
if you don't wish to take that as wounds, on the right-hand side of the combat part of your sheet is determination. You can roll that to try and instead subtract that from your shock.
Okay,
You
and
must
what's...
spend 1 shock to make a determination roll to begin with, though.
Okay, and... Sorry, just so I understand, what's the difference between shock and wounds?
Shock is your mental fortitude, how well you're holding out on a psychological basis, and you can use it to just grit your teeth and fight through the pain, etc.
Okay, and then wounds are, I assume, physical?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then I will, yeah, I'll spend 1 shock to try and determination that.
As well, shock comes back at the end of every scene. So whenever Hugh says the scene ends, your shock is reset all the way to
You
full.
can also spend a wrath to regain 1d3 plus tear shock
Oh,
as a standard action.
okay, got it. Alright, so I guess that didn't scrub anything.
So yeah, unfortunately, no successes. So you still take the 2 wounds. However,
Okay.
you don't take any shock. The shock you spend only applies if you actually soak anything.
Okay. Cool.
And Flux, what about you? 9 wounds, 9 damage. Check your resilience.
I'm doing the thing. I just am not good at life choices. I also forgot that it was determination for the thing, so I kept staring at it going, which is the thing? To roll for the shock.
Ooh,
4
nice.
successes. So yeah, you can soak up to 4 wounds.
That's 2 wounds that I would have gotten.
Alright, so take 3 shock.
I can now do nothing.
Oh,
I am traumatized.
A hail of lasfire cuts through the flames, slamming off the sandbags. A last bolt comes dangerously close to your head, Flux, scorching your hair on one side. Riven, a couple of bolts slam through your robes, and one grazes your chest. leaving a searing burn across your flesh.
Lovely.
This just in. Apparently, I have hair now.
Cables, then.
That explains why I'm out of shock. I've just got melting cable on my head.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
Ah, this is
All right,
wonderful.
then.
This is great.
Player's turn.
Okay.
I recommend we do the big yeet across this place and hide again.
All right. Yeah, I'm down for that. Wait. So where were we eating ourselves to? Oh, that.
If we do a big yeet, we
Mhm.
can make it all the way.
I mean, if
Okay.
you literally just, like, put your heads down and get off of the firing port, I don't think they can shoot at you. Cause
Yeah,
that...
but you told us to go over there. And I'm actually, for once, doing what the fuck I'm told.
I did not tell you
You're
to go
welcome.
over there. I said to help kill people on the trenches.
Yeah, and I can't do that from here. It's way out of range.
What's your gun? Don't you have a las gun?
Yeah. That's like
No,
12 meters.
they're within
Oh.
short.
Okay.
Yeah, they're within medium range, so yeah.
My brain was saying this was bigger than it was. This is good.
I
to
know, right?
Like,
This place.
I'm
Where-
from normal
right.
map scale. I was expecting like here to be like
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
I get that
rifles have-
sometimes too.
Rifles have a good range. You guys are soldiers, not scrubs with pistols.
I am a scrub though.
So
I'm a
to let you know, your max range is like almost to the command bunker.
This changes my thing then. Okay, so I am going to use an aim action. No, can I not do that? Because my shock's down now. I can't do that, can I?
You can only make a normal attack,
Ah.
or you can spend a wrath to regain some shock.
Can I do that
Or
and still
someone
do
can
an attack?
medicate you. No, it is a combat action to restore shock.
Why don't we hold on? Why don't we? Why don't you delay until I can try and medicate you?
Okay,
Riven can
Riven
take
can
it.
take the turn.
Yeah, I think that's 100% what Riven would do given the circumstances, despite the searing wound in her chest.
All right.
So I apologize. My medicate is not very good, but
But you
actually a
still
pretty
did a
damn good
lot.
roll.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So, Riven, do you have a medkit?
Oh, I hope I do. Let's see, equipment. I'm not sure. I don't think I took one especially. Can I not medicate if I don't have a kit?
You can't heal the dying if you don't, and you can't restore shock if you don't.
Damn. Okay.
Rip.
Yeah.
I have no wounds. It's just shock.
It's only a flesh wound. I have more arms.
I mean, you can apply that to yourself and restore yourself 3 wounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I recommend you do that.
Okay, that's fine. Fine. I will. All right. I'll medicate myself then, I guess.
Yeah, you bandage up the burn across your chest.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you use what little supplies you brought to do so.
Mm-hmm. I will keep that in mind for the future. See if I can get a med kit in the future, just to back up Nualia.
Would be
All right, then.
appreciated.
Yeah.
I want to
Now it's the
recommend
people in
outside plans.
Now it's the people in the bunker's turn.
Oh, yay!
Good luck, Brock!
You're about to get torn a new one.
I pray this giant crate bombs against all the goddamn last fire.
That is actually a good question. Is that heavy cover or light cover?
That is full cover.
Sweet. So how much extra is that for him?
2.
2. Okay.
Okay, so my defense is now 3.
Brock, you clearly see them all running behind various crates, taking cover themselves. Only 2 of them could really get a shot off at you at them.
Oh, thank God.
And
I
they
put
can't take an
something
aim
in
action
chat.
because they moved. So 3 successes to hit you with a +2 to your defense.
Yeah. So 3 successes to hit, so that means it matches my defense.
With the +2?
Yeah, I only have a
All
defense of 1. I only have a defense of 1 and plus the 2 on that. That equals 3.
Ties go to the defender. So, yeah, las bolts slam into the metal crate that you're hiding behind. You can clearly smell ozone and charred flesh in the cramped quarters of this little bunker. And these 2 are going to take a move as well. And spot Noelia.
Basically, the last mistake they ever make.
Yeah, Noalia just, as the door opens, she just levels her hand flamer at them.
The 2 troopers wearing the pale blue of the militia with the red scarf that they seem to all wear as traitors. The door hisses open, swings open, and he looks up at you, eyes going wide, and falls backwards onto the ground. His friend behind him peers over him and sees you as well, and they both raise their weapons and they are going to salvo at you.
Of course they are.
6 successes.
Yeah, my defense is a 3.
All right, only 1 6 then. Yeah, 8 damage.
Nope. Resilience of 10.
The hail of las bolts pepper the walls and ceiling around you and sprang off your armor. It's a bit scorched, but you're untouched.
After all of that, the one on the ground just sees Noalia just lower her arm ever so slightly so that the flamer is pointing at him.
All right then.
FYI, I'm just listening to just a repeating of just Doom music, and basically Flesh and Metal came on as soon as the door opened with showing Natalia.
All right then. It is the NPC's turn. No, it's Flux's turn. Then it's NPC's.
I'm gonna do a Rudy Tooty point and shooty. And try not to die.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
You should also try not to die.
I'm working on it.
How's that going for you?
It's just an itch in the back of my throat. It's driving me up the wall.
So I feel like this is very good.
It's a critical hit.
Nice.
Get wrecked.
And 6 successes.
wow.
So that hit.
I am aiming for the 3 over there. Because fuck them in particular.
Okay, so you get 4 of them. Go ahead and roll me 2d6. 65. Appalling detonation. Ill
Get
fortune
fucked.
causes the blow to strike the foe's volatile war gear. A chain of explosions tears the body apart into grisly red mist.
Oof.
Go ahead and roll me 1d6. 5 extra wounds. Yeah. Flux, you. How do you shoot these guys? Because they're all dead.
Which ones specifically? Because I was aiming at these
1,
3.
2, 3, and 4. They're all a mob.
Yeah. So like the people up here that are focusing on the trench, just from behind, see 4 quick lasbolts just precision raking down the line and just dead, 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 dead. And then I'm gonna duck back under the thing.
As your third shot strikes, there is an explosion from behind the trench. Sandbags are sent flying.
Which trench?
Here.
Ah, okay.
Get fucked!
Excellent shot.
I came, I saw, I fucked shit up.
Oh.
Ah, this makes me happy.
I love the visuals. It's such a nice ad.
I know, right? Hugh does a great job with visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And the little puff of
that
flame.
was nice.
I'm so glad I've got that now.
That made me happy.
But yeah, the deafening boom of an explosion echoes across the battlefield. Responded to in turn by a couple of other explosions further down the battle line.
Ha 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 ha.
Alright then, it is the NPC's turn. So, yeah, Lanewild is gonna move up to support Brock. The twins are going to move into cover and from fire. What is Packard gonna do? He's gonna move to get a clear shot.
Yeah, he did have orders to try and shoot the gunners specifically.
And Feely is actually going to fire for the first time in any combat.
Do us proud, Feely.
All right, we'll do Feely's attack first.
Go,
He
Connie.
unfortunately cannot aim because he had to move up to the firing step. 5 successes, not bad.
Yeah,
Damn.
very good.
No 6s, unfortunately. So 9 damage. He did the max damage he could possibly do.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Here we are. There's the character sheet. Okay, 9 damage. Yeah, Feely clambers up to the firing step. His foot slips at one point and he almost falls off, but he manages to haul himself up, rests his las gun on the sandbags, and Flux, you can hear him muttering, aim and squeeze, aim and squeeze. There's a crack as a single las bolt lances out. And from the ruined pile of sandbags where the explosion went off that you caused, Flux, you can see an officer pulling himself to his feet. The left side of his uniform tattered and scorched. He's holding a pistol in one hand and a chainsaw in the other. He kind of straightens up and turns to look towards you as the lasbolt lances out, slamming into his chest and knocks him over back into the trench.
Get it, Feely?
Get
You hear
back
a
down.
distant- You hear a distant, oh, fuck! He is not dead, but Feely did hit him and actually caused a wound.
Nice.
All right then.
Hell yeah.
They're going to shoot that guy, so instead they're going to follow the sergeant's orders to the letter and pin him. Yeah, that'll do it.
Just a bit. A bit.
Wait,
twins-
was that the
I
same
mean-
guy?
It's a
The
stretch.
twins climb up to the firing step of the supply trench and aim at where the crater of the blown apart sandbags is, and just begin spraying las bolts indiscriminately over the trench line. And yeah, it is Packard, and then we'll do Lame Ward as she's joining Brock. He can't aim because he just moved. Yeah, that still hits. So, yeah, one of the through the smoke and flames, you can't really see the men shooting at you, Flux and Riven, but you hear a yell from that direction as Packard takes careful aim, and the crack of his long las cuts through the air. Overhead, an enemy aircraft, slower, lighter than the Imperial versions flying overhead, detonates and plows into the ground behind the trench in a shower of flames and sparks. Just for good measure. And we'll get to Lanewald as she joins Brock in the bunker. She's going to charge forward and shotgun this closest guy in the face. Yeah, that'll do the job. Yeah, with a deafening bang, Brock, Lanewald runs through, unloading with a shotgun. And you hear a yell of pain from behind the crate further down the line. And we come to the top of the round.
Do you mind if I go first?
Go ahead.
I wish to make an interaction attack. Nualia is going to... It just has her hand flamer pointed at these two soldiers. She's just had this whole fucking corridor lit up and it did nothing. And she is going to very calmly say to them, if you wish to make it out of this bunker alive, you will throw down your weapons immediately. And, intimidation. I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna re-roll that.
You know what? You can if you want to.
5 successes, but a complication.
All right. Let me give them a resolve roll. As you lay down your ultimatum, Nualia, the explosion of Flux's shot, followed a few seconds later by las fire, and then another explosion as an aircraft crashes on the battlefield. The trooper on the ground throws his las gun at your feet and puts his hands above his head. But the one behind him shakes his head slowly. Says, I know what they do to traitors. And he puts the barrel of his las gun into his mouth and pulls the trigger.
Oh.
Oof. All right then.
Well, we got one new friend.
Yeah, Nualia is going to motion for the trooper to go outside, and she's going to call to the others because she's still like basically just in the doorway. She's going to call to the others. We have a prisoner leaving the bunker.
All right then.
And then she is going to stomp past. So let's see. I have not used any simple actions, so I can full move, correct?
You can, yes.
So that's 12 meters. Hey! Following that path, Nualia just stomps past this soldier, kicking his rifle away from him as she goes. And she gets to the door. I know I've pretty much used all of my actions, but can I attempt to just kick the door open?
I would say opening a door is a simple action, sure.
Ah, but I used my simple actions to full move.
You did.
Yeah.
So, no, unfortunately not this time.
Okay.
You're not.
You'll have to have a grand entrance next turn.
Yeah. I'm sure they can hear the power armor just stomping up to the door, though.
They're probably a little distracted right now by the close quarters shotgun fire.
Oh, of course. Very, very, very likely, but I just love the cinematic feel of, like, they're all fighting in there, and in the background you just hear the stomp of the power boots.
Fair. Riven Flux, you hear Nualia shout, and a few seconds later, a trooper wearing the light blue uniform of a militiaman with a red scarf around his neck and a blue steel helmet stumbles out and drops to his knees, putting his hands on his head.
All right.
And
Wait, can I yell at him?
yeah, you speaking
Okay.
is a free action.
All right, I'm gonna yell at him. Don't get up off your knees. Get over here, idiot.
All right.
I figure if he's gonna be our prisoner, we should actually be able to like keep an eye on him.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. He can't act now because that was his turn. Yeah, he looks up at you and nods, starting to get to his feet. Brock, it's time for a firefight.
Oh boy.
There's only 3 of them left, but they're going to be salvoing down the hall at you and Lanewald. Uh, 9 successes.
That breaks through my free and defense.
Oh, and they roll absolutely terribly for extra damage, despite having 4 dice. 7 damage for both you and Lanewald.
I have a resistance of 7, so resistance of 7, so that means I don't take anything, or I do take something.
You take 1d3 shock.
1d3 shock, okay. Stop posting stuff in Discord chat. I'm trying to type. Okay, /RD 1d3.
Oh.
1.
1 shock. Terrifying. A hail of lasbolts slam into the wall beside you and the crate you're hiding behind. A couple very narrowly miss you. Lamewell runs through the hail of Lasfire. You see her clearly get hit in the side, but she keeps running, slamming into cover behind a crate.
Okay, I am at 0 shock.
Alright, you are considered exhausted and can only take simple actions such as move, shoot, etc.
But I do have one more wrath die left, so can I spend that now to regain some shock?
On your turn, you can.
And that is an
It is
action.
player's
correct?
turn, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I think it's best if I go now because I'm in the most immediate danger.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay, so me spending the wrath die to regain shock, is that an action?
Yes.
Is that doing Medicaid? Same as I did last turn?
No, it's a straight 1d3 plus tier. So
Okay.
1d3 plus 1.
Okay. 1d3. Okay. Plus 1. Four. I am back at max shock.
Alright.
Woo! Oh, okay.
Alright
So
then.
that was my action, so I can't really do anything else for my turn. So yeah, that's my turn.
Unfortunately not. Alright. It is the angry dude that Feely shot. Since he's pinned, he's gonna try and get himself out of it. And he fails anyway. So he is just stuck, hiding behind the sandbags. Yeah, Flux or Riven.
Thinking. What do we here?
It's metagamey to ask how much of a disadvantage I would be at, so I'm just gonna probably shoot there when it's my turn.
Well, it's you or Riven.
Do you mind, Riven?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mind going last.
Actually, wait a minute.
All right.
Why shoot, though, when you can just use the power of Satan via the Satanist summoning circle down below?
I could do that.
What?
Alternatively,
there's a pentagram on the,
Oh, okay.
on the bottom left.
Oh, I see.
I can yeet a grenade.
Ooh.
That is true. Your range
I'm
is
gonna do
4
that.
times your strength.
What is Flux's strength?
That's where it would land.
Nice.
And from what I understand, frag grenades do give me a bit of a buffer in terms of distance for when it actually does do the explode. So I'm gonna do that.
All right, a frag grenade is a medium blast, which means it is a 3-meter radius.
I would like. Actually, do I need to?
You might want to.
I'm gonna reroll.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's better.
All right then. That is a complication. Go ahead and roll me a d6. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d4.
I'm very afraid.
I'm in danger.
Yeah.
All right. Flux, you pull the pin and heft this grenade through the flames and the smoke. A few seconds later, you hear an explosion, but there is no sound of pain, and you didn't see a big plume of dirt and dust like you expected.
This must be one of the faulty grenades. Rip me.
No, you just missed.
Oh, that's my conclusion.
All right, then. It's going to be the gunnery team's turn. There's only really 3 of them left. They are going to start falling back.
Don't like that.
All right, then. And Ribbon, your turn.
I have no idea what to do here. This is a difficult question.
The chattering and smoke of the flat cannons continues, unabated.
Okay. God, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so this dude there's this dude who just showed up as our prisoner.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to. Oh, crap. He's over here-ish. Yeah. Actually, I can just yell at him first, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna go yell at him and say, "Hey, what do you have in that bunker?"
Supplies, ammo,
Okay, what kind of
guns,
supplies?
ammo, guns, las packs.
Any medicine?
No, that's the command trench.
Ugh, bunch of useless soldiers. All right. Oh God, I think I have to shoot somebody now. Okay. I don't need to shoot him though. That's not particularly useful. Does anyone know?
I'm gonna need to shoot somebody, kneecaps him.
You unfortunately cannot see these guys as they are in the trench.
Okay, cool. All right, so combat actions are basically not going to work right now. What I should really ask, what options can I take here, given where I am and what's going on right now?
I mean, that's entirely up to your creativity, really.
That's fair.
What do you want to do? And there might be a way you can achieve it.
Hold on. What? Hey Flux, how many grenades do you have left?
Quite a few. Why do you
Sweet.
ask?
Well, we still have this Prometheum pump. We could always go for a twofer, or at least light up a bunch of fluid on the way over here.
I'm down.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna try a repeat performance with the Prometheum pump.
All right. I'd say having fired it once, you know it's got about a 12-meter range on it.
Okay, cool. So that's helpful. So we're looking at about. Oh, I see. All right. So that would put us. Oh, interesting.
You
Okay.
can also move if you want to.
What's that? Oh yeah, that's yeah. Then I have to get out of the trench, which is probably a terrible idea. Okay. Even if we get rid of, even if we lose out on one. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna grab the Prometheum pump and try and see if I can blow up the either the flak gun or that general vicinity.
Can I point out just something of note?
The big wall of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not the
Fire
best plan.
travels up flammable liquids.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a good point.
I like not blowing ourselves up.
No, that's a good plan. Okay, I have another idea then. So with the Prometheum pump, is it possible that I could spray like a wall of fire to give us some cover?
You can certainly spray a load of Prometheum in a line across the ground.
Okay. Can I go effectively horizontally here?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay, cool. Then that's what I would like to do. So that would be about here-ish. Okay, what do I need to do to try and make that happen?
Go ahead and give me a ballistics roll.
Okay. That is
3 successes and a complication.
okay.
All right then. Yeah, you are easily able to spray a line of Prometheum across this area of the trenches, soaking the ground. However, as you finish your final pass, making sure it's all saturated, the stream of foul-smelling clear liquid suddenly dwindles to a small drip and then stops entirely.
Okay. Is it close enough to where the sandbags are on fire that it might catch on its own, or
Possibly.
okay? Might take time though. Okay. I think that's probably my turn then. There's not really much of a reason. Oh no, wait, I'm gonna jump back down into the trench if I can.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay, because I think I'm still on the firing step, so I'm gonna just move myself down a little bit.
All right.
Cool. I think that's my turn.
Okay. Unseen enemy movement's turn.
Yay.
Sorry, this is an intensely boring part of the system.
I just love how the gunnery crew decided to all, pack up and run or fall back, while the actual gunners are still like, "Where's our ammo?"
Yeah, you can indeed hear yelling from the trenches. It's hard to make out exactly what's being said, though.
Yeah.
As this unseen enemy movement occurs around you, the battle rages on. Over to the left, you can see a Lehman Russ battle tank painted in the dull dust tones with a bright, flaming orange-red stripe on it of the Taurus Igni. Pushes
Hell
up,
yeah.
running itself over a pillbox, battle cannon booming. It's hard to make out how the battle is going, but it looks like you're winning so far. And NPCs, so your crew's turn. Feely is going to cotton on to your plan, Riven. And he is going to open fire on the pack of Prometheum.
I knew I liked him for a reason.
Yeah. A scattering of las shots patter across the sodden ground. Where's my stupid brush? There it is. There we go. A wall of flame erupts up into the air, billowing black smoke. It's very firmly cutting off line of sight from the trenches further down.
Okay, cool. I mean, I guess that does mess us up a little bit, but that also did the thing I was hoping it would do.
All right. The twins are gonna fall back. To get into cover. As 3 motherfuckers get up on the sandbags over here and start opening fire on them. Yeah, that hits. They kill 2 of them with return fire. Las bolts cracking through the air. Risa cries out, "Ha! Got another one! Keep up, Chris!" Packard is going to make a full move to join the rest of the crew in the trenches over here. And Lanewald is going to try and help Brock out some more. Nine damage. Yeah, another bang echoes through the enclosed bunker, deafening in the small space. And another of the militiamen are killed by Lanewald as she slams herself up against one of the crates. She yells back to you, Brock, "Keep up, Sarge, or I'll have them all to myself."
Actually, that is a good point. What did Brock do for his turn?
He regained shock.
Ah, very well.
Are you there, Dragon?
Might help if I unmute myself.
Yeah, there you go.
That would definitely help. Yes.
Yeah, I was at 0 shock, so I spent my last rifle and regained my shock, which happily I regained all of it.
Nice. Wait, you only have 3 shock?
No, you
I
have
have
5.
four. I have 4 shock.
You should have more than that. I think. What does shock go off of again?
Willpower plus tier.
Okay. Alright. How in the hell do I have 6 shock? I only have 4 willpower.
You might have put the wounds bonus into shock instead, because you get double tier wounds at character creation, and plus your toughness, and you get plus tier shock, plus your willpower.
Okay. No, I think I just applied too much shock mod. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Alright, fixed. Thank you.
No problem. But yeah, she yells back at you, Brock. "Gotta keep up, Sarge, or I'll have them all myself."
Once again, Melter comment.
Alright. Top of the round.
I think we should let Natalia have her big entrance.
It's up to the rest of you.
Breaks down door with malicious intent.
Oh no, please go ahead.
Okay, I would like to kick. I would like to kick open the door.
All right then. Yeah, it's not difficult. It's not even locked. You give it a heave. The door frame busts off. It doesn't even swing open on its hinges. The whole frame just falls out, and the door slams to the ground.
Nualia stomps in with the flamer and levels it at the two dudes here. Now, Hugh, is anything in here marked as explosive?
There are some crates marked ammo.
Okay, are they around here or here?
They're scattered about all over the place.
Okay. Yeah, then Nualia gives a very small puff on the flamer. Not enough to actually, like, send anything out to the dudes, but just gives a puff on it. And I'm going to do another interaction test and say, lay down your arms in the name of the Emperor, or I will blow this entire complex.
Go ahead and give yourself a +2. 1 for intimidation, 1 for being backed up by Lane Warden Brock.
Okay. 6 successes.
Alright then. They can't... Well, they could succeed on that if they're really, 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 really lucky. Which they're not.
Give a roll, just to see.
Oh, I did. They
Okay.
rolled 1. One of them, the closest one to you, Noah, immediately drops his weapon at the puff of flame and puts his hands up. The second one turns on you, pulls the trigger of his lasgun, and nothing happens. He looks for a second at his lasgun, then up at you in shock, and then drops it and puts his hands on his head.
Nualia just says, you are lucky nothing came out of that weapon. Lanewald, get these two tied up. Get them out to the landing pad with the other captives that I got. Also, good job on securing this.
Sarge's idea, Lieutenant.
Excellent thinking from the sergeant.
Thank you, ma'am. Just his Brock's hand just pokes out from behind cover.
Oh, so Brock is slightly Caiaphas Cain then.
You're a piece of shit too. Yes. Anyway, Nualia's gonna nod and say, "Excellent thinking, Sergeant. I saw you were injured earlier. Come over and I'll see to your wounds, and we'll get back into the fight."
Yes, ma'am.
Right. I will say, for now, you are out of combat initiative for a moment, as the enemy appear to be retreating.
Is that the end of the scene?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
The
Shock
flak
back
cannons are still active, but for now, the enemy do not seem to be pressing the attack.
Mm-hmm. Nualia will join Brock and quickly use a Medicae on him, see what she can do.
Alright.
7 successes with a complication.
Alright. You can restore 2 wounds, or rather 2 shock. No, wounds.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Restore 2 wounds. However, Brock, you were hurt fairly bad. You are going to be at a -1 penalty to actions for however long it takes for you to get properly seen to medically.
Okay. Basically, just had this massive gouge out of my arm.
Pretty much gave you like some healing foam and a stim pack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Replaced with Augmatics.
Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome, Sergeant.
I have the twins outside. Keep pinning down the enemy in the trenches. trenches,
Excellent.
and I've got Packard trying to take sniper fire on the gunners on the flat cannons, trying to take them out.
Excellent. Good work and good thinking.
Just kind of following my instinct, dear ma'am.
Hugh, if you'll show the underground chamber one more time.
Certainly.
Nawalia points up to that door and says to Brock and Lanewald, "I saw what possibly is another room. It could go further on. I'm going to give some orders to Feely and the others, and then we three will continue on through this complex."
At that moment, Noalia, your vox crackles.
Lieutenant, it's Private Feely. We're getting a message through from one of the dropships. I'll patch it through your vox.
Thank you, Feely.
There is a hiss of static. And a few seconds later, a very angry female voice breaks through.
999, the fuck are you doing down there? Those guns are still on us.
Apologies. We have been fighting for our lives, and we got flanked by some troopers in an underground tunnel. We had to deal with that before we could take out the guns. We are moving to capture them, however.
Well, I've got a boatload of guard down up here, and they need to get on the ground as soon as possible. Longer we're up here, sooner I'm going to get shot by something.
Of course, the guns will be down momentarily. Give us 2 minutes, if that.
Understood. Bandog out.
Yeah, and now that I have said that out of character, how long is a round supposed to be?
About 6 seconds.
Okay, cool. That gives us about 20 rounds to do this.
We can do this in 2 minutes with no problem.
Nualia will vox over to Feely. Actually, no, it's... no, she'll just vox over to Feely. Private Feely, I have 2 more prisoners coming towards you. Make sure that they are away from the center of the landing pad. For Riven and Flux, these are their orders. They're about to get their wish. Myself, Sergeant Brock, and Lanewald are going to continue through this underground complex. I'm sure we'll find a way out to that section of trenches. Make sure that Riven and Flux are ready to assist us with capturing the guns once we are out of the trenches. Or out into the trenches, rather.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Riven, Flux, on your end, you hear Feely. Understood, Lieutenant. Corporal, Lieutenant says we've got to take out those guns. Oh, and there's prisoners coming. They've got to be put on the landing pad, but out the way.
All right.
Philip nods and kind of winces as he straightens his back. I'll deal with the prisoners.
Right.
I'm just gonna give
Okay.
an evil grin and nudge Riven. Guess that means we get the guns.
Yeah.
And at that moment, Nawalia will actually vox one more time to Feely. Oh, and Feely, once those prisoners are taken care of, have Varkolovich bomb the trenches in between the command bunker and ourselves. I have a feeling there may be some surprises waiting for us there, and I'd rather they not be there.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Flux and Riven send. Feely turns to Varkolovich. And when you're done with the prisoners, Lieutenant says, bomb the crap out of the trenches between us and the command bunker. Varkolovich kind of grins and turns to Riven and Flux. Ah, you will get to see the fireworks of my company for the first time.
Right, I'll get I look to the lieutenant and go, right, I'll keep the twins on the fire. I'll keep the twins on the firing line, putting fire down in the trenches, and I'll make sure Packard's still. I'll have a look to see if Packard's still taking shot, trying to still take out the guns on those flat cannons.
Very good. See to it. I will be waiting for you. And Noalia will move on to this room and keep guard.
Yep.
All right.
Basically, Brock just pokes his head out of the hole and goes, and he just goes to the twins. Goes to the twins. Keep on the firing line and keep those troopers pinned and keep the enemy pinned. But if we start to get overwhelmed, fall back into the tunnel complex. We don't want to see. I don't want you to dying on us. Okay.
Risa grins back at you through the doorway, Rock. Don't worry, Sarge. We don't plan dying today.
Also, if you see Packard, once he's done with tell him once he's done with those gunners to help you guys out on the firing line.
You got it, Sarge.
Yeah, Brock. Brock will start heading towards Natalia, while at the same time fixing his goddamn melter so I can actually fire the goddamn thing.
Good news is you just ran out of ammo. That was all.
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, that's a dead cell. Let me just chuck in another giant ass plasma cell into this goddamn thing.
That reminds me. Since the scene ended, we automatically use 1 ammo, don't we?
I would say that the combat will count as lasting for until you clear the trenches.
Okay. All right. So
it's assumed to be enough for 1 combat, and I'm assuming that this is a continuation of the combat.
Okay.
Just
So
between stages.
So once we've taken the trenches, but before we take on any of the command structure or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
All right then. Lanewald shoves the 2 troopers out through the door, nods to Varkolovich. Here you go. Heads back inside, joining Brock and Noalia. The room you are in is a small, cramped chamber with what looks like a cogitator console in the corner. And possibly generators. You're not entirely sure what these devices are. But they rumble loudly and occasionally spark.
Lux, we went the wrong way.
No. Upon seeing this, Noalia gets on the Vox and says, Private Feely, belay those orders for Flux and Riven. We've got machinery here, and I want to know what they do.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Corporal Flux, Lieutenant says there's something down there needs looked at. Technical. You and Riven both.
Sounds good. Be right there.
Cool, sounds nice.
They're on their way, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Private. Other than that, follow Packard and Varkolovich's orders.
Yes, ma'am.
All right then. So, Riven, Flux, what are you two doing while the gathering has been occurring inside? What are you up to?
I mean, I was prepping to go and try and continue to blow things up with the guns.
Yeah.
Breathing heavily, kind of slightly hyperventilating, leaning against the sandbags and making sure my kit's the way I like it before I head over. And then just, oh, we're not going. Okay.
We can...
This is fine.
Yes, but Flux, tech. There's been nothing on the ground that's been remotely interesting except for this Prometheum pump, and that's ancient.
Fire.
True,
We fire.
the tech can also make fire.
Also true.
Let's go see what's here, and maybe we can find something interesting.
I dig it.
You have this conversation to the backdrop of roaring Promethean flames, the thick black smoke occasionally blowing across the battlefield towards you. It stinks. And there's the sickly sweet scent of burning human flesh.
The
Under-
ideal first date.
Oh.
But yeah, you two can easily head inside.
Okay. Definitely.
You first pass through a large storeroom with neatly stacked crates. And heading to the right, you enter a small chamber with a cogitator bank at one side. And Riven, you recognize these are definitely generators.
Oh,
But
perfect.
they are linked into a bigger network. The circular device between them appears to be some kind of junction relay.
Shall we?
Yes.
I will
Okay.
do the assist.
Perfect.
All right, go ahead and roll tech.
Yep. I need some information on this.
And
Start.
when you two get in, Nawalia is going to say, "Find out what these do. If they power anything important, shut them down. We'll be continuing on. Once you're done here, join us."
Hell yeah, we got glory.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Am noting character sheet.
Yeah, with 13 total successes, this is a cakewalk. You two eagerly run over and are honestly disappointed to find that this is just a pair of simple generators hooked into a larger network. These two generators alone could probably power most of the lighting in this underground complex. You're not entirely sure how big it is, but they'd manage the job.
Okay.
There is definitely more power being fed into the network, feeding something that is quite power hungry. You're not sure what, but it's not from here.
I suggest we kill that immediately.
Yeah, it's a shame, but yeah.
No questions asked, just death.
I mean, it could be. I don't know what it could be. It could be anything.
Riven, you are pretty sure, though, that this junction box is the main relay for this trench line and this bunker complex. If you took
Oh.
that out, you're pretty confident most power would go out in the entire complex. There might be backup generators, but
And I'm pretty sure that's more or less that's all this does. There's like nothing that it's basically just power.
the generators themselves don't seem to do anything. The cogitator bank on the other wall, however, fiddling through, appears to contain a manifest of all of the cargo that has been brought in, and it seems to be fed into a larger logistics network.
I have a
Doesn't
question.
matter.
Is there a way for us to send a power surge through so that if there were other generators hooked up to the same system, it might short them out?
I would say with a roll like that, you could potentially overload the two generators here to send a surge. You're not sure how much damage it would do. It depends on how protected the machinery on the other end is, but it could do some damage.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Brock, as you guys are humming and hawing over that plan, Brock puts his hand up and says, "That would leave me and Landwald in the dark. I'm pretty sure the lieutenant has sensors in her helmet that allow her to see in the dark. But me and Landwald will be blind if we go deeper into the facility."
Oh, you'll be fine. You can just stick with us. I can see.
I more prefer the fact that we still need to look at what we have to shoot.
It is a fair point.
Hmm.
We will be exiting these trenches shortly. It would be nice to short out the entire complex, but we do need to be able to
You have
see.
a Vox, yeah?
Say what?
You have a Vox.
I do.
So leave Philly with us. Keep your Vox on. you can signal us to short it.
Sounds like a plan.
Works.
I will call Private Feely over to say, Feely, new orders. You're needed down here as well. You'll be waiting with Riven and Flux for my signal. That once you have called down the artillery, that is.
Understood, Lieutenant. We'll get on that immediately.
Thank you very much.
I will raise my hand. I vote the code word be cupcake.
What's a cupcake?
That's an excellent question, but I like the word.
Word.
What's
Very well.
Don't question me. My methods
Well,
are sound.
we've wasted enough time here. We need to get moving. I told the commander it would be 2 minutes. I'm fairly certain we've already used up one of those at least.
Alright then.
So, once again, Noali is just gonna fucking kick this door down. And is gonna go.
Alright
Have
then.
fun.
You heave the door down. As you do, Nualia, with your armor's advanced sensors, you can very faintly make out a low whistling noise for a few seconds before the ground shakes and there's a rumble of an explosion, quickly followed by more, one after another, pounding down.
Yes.
I feel like we should get out of here.
No. That's quite alright. That's the artillery I called down.
Oh.
Anyway, onward. And yeah, Noalia will step through.
After they go through, can we, like, barricade ourselves in?
I like that plan.
Yeah, there are a few crates.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah, thank you for cutting off our line of retreat.
It's a couple barrels. I feel like power armor can get through that without a problem.
There is...
Brock will stand at the back, and as Natalia and Lane will walk through, he just goes, ladies first.
So, just out of nowhere, from Emperor text-to-speech device, that Tempestus Scion Sergeant just puts his hand on your soldier. There is no retreat, soldier!
Yeah, I was gonna say, retreating sounds pretty gay for the Imperium.
Alright.
Yeah,
So,
No, running away in cowardice is frowned upon. Retreating, doing a running battle retreat, that is perfectly fine.
I disagree.
eh. Anyway,
Depends who you ask.
yeah.
Mm.
For some that you could ask, a running retreat is a cowardly act. So, yeah. Anyway. Thankfully, you do not have one of those types of lieutenants. As she has said, you are more useful alive than dead. But anyway, as we're entering this tunnel, Noalia will say to Brock and Lanewald, we've already taken a few militia prisoner. I have no objection to more prisoners, but I especially want an officer.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, we will pause for a moment while I work out how Packard's doing at killing the gunners. Yeah, you can make a full move, and you can probably take 3 shots before we catch up to you guys. 1 dead,
Yeah.
2 dead,
Yeah.
3 very dead.
Very nice.
Okay, just as a thing, on the personal, I have it as objectives, make a tactically sound plan to achieve an objective.
Oh,
What
shit.
does that,
Thank you.
if that actually goes off successfully, what does that entail?
To be fair, it only needs you to make a plan and, like, in character present it as an option. It doesn't necessarily require you to actually carry it out. So, yeah, you should have regained a point of wrath for giving your battle plan.
Very nice. So my objective, according to that die roll, is purge a heretical item or individual with holy flame.
As you do.
Oh, whoa.
I love the Sisters of Battle's fucking
Yeah, that just seems like a
objectives.
default for you.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, unfortunately, none of you are actually up above to see Packard's beautiful action.
Yeah.
But after a few moments, after the thunder of the artillery barrage, Feely voxes over.
Packard says he's done, and I can't hear cannons anymore.
Excellent. In that case, let command know that the guns have fallen silent on our end.
Yes, yes, Lieutenant.
And send my congratulations to Packard.
Glorious bastard.
He says, doing his job, ma'am.
To tell you, I was gonna have Packard after you said the Packard was done with the guns. I was gonna send them back onto the firing line to support the twins.
I think that is an excellent idea.
Understood.
Yeah. Riven, Flux.
Yes.
Not long after, Feely runs into the room you're in. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag you on there. But yeah, runs into the room you're in with his box pack. Little out of breath. But yeah, Nualia, you step into a narrow rockcrete corridor. The ceiling just above your head, only a couple of inches away. You're almost scraping against it. The lone light bulbs hanging from cables in the ceiling, you do bump into if you don't move aside.
No, I'm
Takes a
not.
sharp
I'm
left
not
turn.
going. I'm not going to. I'm gonna break the light bulbs as I go past.
God damn it.
Yeah, they smash easily. They are not very sturdy.
Wait, so what's the point of waiting for us to cut the lights?
The
Well, it's
main
not-
the main rooms.
Yeah, she's not the problem. The one who can't see. It's everybody else.
As
It's
you
like, I'm
round the
also
corner,
fine.
Nualia, a hail of lasfire greets you from the far end.
Okay.
Go.
Seems the enemy were lying in wait.
It's
This is just.
almost like they knew we'd
That's
come
only
this
2
way.
successes.
Yeah, no, it's 3 defense, so they miss.
Yeah, las rounds slam into the wall beside you, and you take a quick step back, and nothing lands as you dart back round the corner.
Oh, very well.
Yeah, I'm already barricading our side. Like you're not coming back this way. Like I've grabbed Feely, I've dragged him into the other room. We're just dragging crates in now.
Ah, just out of my throwing range. Okay, then. Yeah, no. Are we in combat initiative now?
We are.
Okay,
So,
then
player's turn.
I have a plan.
I also have a plan. What is yours, though?
I'm
Actually, assume this is in character. What's your plan, Brock?
I move out in front. Use the melter to loosen the roof, and I collapse that tunnel.
I'm going to say no right now, because I may want to go that way.
Yes,
However,
ma'am.
and Noelia pulls a frag grenade out of the ammo backpack. I also have a plan. And yeah, she's gonna step out into the corridor. 1, 2, 3. She's gonna go the full 6. Because this is stretching to the edge of her like ability to throw these things. Because it's 4 times your strength, right?
Yep.
So that would be 16 right now is my maximum. So it would go there. If I use my simple actions, I can move further forward. So go right there.
They are both technically in range.
Yeah, that's if I'm accurate, though. So I go right there, and yeah, perfect. Okay. Let's see. What kind of a check is it for throwing grenades?
Ballistic skill.
Ballistic skill. Okay, I'll just roll the usual attack with my hand flamer, but it's my grenades. 4 successes.
All right, that succeeds. The grenade skitters down the corridor, and they do a flat 10 damage. So these guys can't survive even without the ED.
Excellent.
So the hand grenade skitters down the corridor with a metallic tinkling before it lands at the foot of one of the guards peering around the corner. He looks down in shock. Frag! Just detonates. And
It went well for
the
him,
2
then.
bodies are thrown back against the wall, shredded by shrapnel.
Nwalia looks back. Lanewald, cover that corner. Sergeant, you're with me.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it, Lieutenant.
And whatever, let's see, doing that action interrupted my movement, so I've used my movement.
Yep.
Okay, then that's my turn.
All right.
Who does that help on Nualia's side? Or no, wait, Nualia does. What am I saying? I was trying to figure out what our actual cue to, like, cut the lights is.
It's when I say cupcake.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I am so happy.
Well, you're
It's the safe word.
So,
All right, enemy's turn. Nualia, the door to the right down the corridor hisses open and reveals a pair of individuals peering round with lasguns raised.
Good thing I'm not standing in that doorway, so...
Yeah, instead one of them tosses a grenade through the door and then closes it again.
Oh well.
I have to give them a ballistics roll. They might fuck it up horribly and scatter it back into their own doorway.
Oh, that would be
That is a
amazing.
possibility.
That would be amazing.
Ballistic skill. Nope, they're good.
Okay.
Nualia, there's a metallic clink as a grenade rolls around the corner in front of you.
I have just enough time to go, clever girl.
11 damage, Nualia, as the
Okay.
grenade detonates at your feet.
You know, I'm just gonna take that wound. That 1 point.
Alright. There's a massive explosion at Nualia's feet. She rocks back a step as her armor takes the brunt of it, but is seemingly unmoved otherwise. Nualia, you feel a couple of shards of metal piercing your armor plating, ripping flesh beneath, but it's nothing you haven't experienced before.
Sounds good.
Alright then, players.
Can I go next? I want to go next.
Yeah?
Okay. Brock will sprint. We'll sprint up here. We'll do the sprint action. Sprint to here. Door open. And point blank this guy with my melter in his face.
All right, go ahead and roll me an attack.
Why even open the door in that case?
That's true.
Just imagine them just like holding the door shut and just suddenly a fucking melta beam comes through.
All right, even with the penalty, that hits.
Excellent.
Go ahead and roll damage. 2 extra damage, so 18 total, AP -4. Yeah, he is annihilated. The door swings open, his mouth hangs open in shock as he sees you. He has a split second to look down at the melter gun in your hands before he is vaporized.
And with my movement, I go.
Unfortunately, interrupting your movement uses it.
Okay, so I am there.
Yep, but the guy in front of you is distinctly dead.
I'm just assuming his boots are left.
Yeah, more or less. Alright then. Unseen enemy movement, yada yada yada. Players, Flux or Riven, do you guys want to do anything while you wait?
I'm barricading the room with Feely.
Go ahead and give me a... I want to call that survival, really.
Do you need the
Rip
assist?
me.
Yeah, for you, Flux.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There's
I'm not surprised.
not
Just
a lot-
disappointed.
There's not a lot to barricade with. And you've not really had a great deal of practice at like blockading tiny bunkers. So between you and Feely, you push a crate in front of the door. That's about it.
You push the crate in the way. Nod.
Listen,
Job done.
listen, Home Depot skills are a lesbian thing. This isn't my area. Clearly, this is not my job.
Huh.
This is a job for my future girlfriend. Clearly.
So in that case, it's a job for Riven.
Maybe.
All right, fine, I can help.
But like,
I like the
there's
word.
no way Riven's actually gay. This is just how friends talk.
Mm. That's what all of history says.
Yes, we're just very good friends.
Yes.
We're incredibly good friends.
Yes.
Riven.
All right.
Okay.
These guys would shoot you, Brock, but unfortunately they can't because you're in base to base with a guy. And they don't want to shoot their friend, so they're going to hold their action. Riven, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So, can I just go drag stuff in like from another room so I can barricade better?
Sure.
I mean, like I'm more interested in the manifest that's in this machine, but I feel like the immediate need is to actually like get a better barricade going. And having watched Flux and Feely do it, it's a little bit it could be improved, I think.
That's fair enough. Go ahead and give me a survival roll.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I talk myself up and then I roll absolutely terrible, it'll be interesting.
Oof.
Like that, yeah.
Oh wow, even worse.
Well, at least it's not a crit fail.
You could wrath that.
You could, yeah.
It's like-
Want to though?
Huh? You haven't spent
alright.
any, if I remember correctly.
What's that?
I don't think you've spent either of them, if I remember correctly. And there is still whatever your objective may be in order to try and get a wrath back.
Oh, fair point. All right.
What is your objective, Riven?
My objective was communing with machine spirit, which I
Oh, yeah.
at the beginning, I think.
You
Yeah,
did
but you
that.
can do it at any time in the session, and it will
Oh,
keep.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
believe
That's
it.
just
I believe it pops up once per session, right?
Yeah, you can complete your objective once per session.
Yeah.
And you can do that every session.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think 1, 2 successes. 1.
Looks like one.
All
One
right.
success, yeah.
Lovely.
Clearly,
It looks
we
like
are both
each of
bisexual.
it
not
looks like each of the regular dice went up by one.
Ribbon,
Yep.
you watch Flux and Feely push a crate in front of the door, and you look at it, you're like, that's not quite right. And you go over to it, and your servo arm reaches down to the door handle and just bends it around so it's facing outward, so it'll catch the door frame. You're like, that'll do it.
Well, I mean, between the two of you, the crate and the door handle, it's not bad.
Just gonna be contemplating the door handle for a while.
Yep.
We're gonna finish
You're
up.
gonna hear,
We're gonna
"How do we
finish
get
up
out?"
everything, and we're gonna come back to you two. No. I think it could be better if we put this in the way.
But yeah, you can't see the rest of the squad, so all you know is that Lanewald sprints up behind you, Nualia. Unfortunately, she does not have an assault weapon, so she can't actually fire.
That's fine. I wanted her to go up to that corner up there anyway.
And Feely is going to go and sit on the crate and watch Flux and Riven. All right then. Top of the round as unseen stuff happens above ground. Down here, you can't hear much of anything, just the occasional low rumble, and sometimes the ground trembles a little bit.
Might have to unmute myself. Can I grab the turn? Can I grab the turn? Can I grab the turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You know what? First off, simple action. Going to invoke luck.
All right.
Right. Hey. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that definitely succeeds.
Excellent.
And you
Right.
shift 3 6s for potency, which I believe gives you 3 extra dice on top of it. So 4 total extra dice.
Nice.
All right. Now watch me as I in this man's standing right here entire career.
Just his career?
I mean,
Well, it might be more than just him. They are a mob.
This is true.
yeah.
All right, 4 successes and a complication.
Oh boy.
You can try and re-roll that. You will re-roll the wrath die, so that's up to you. If you've got any wrath left, I don't know.
I did get a new ref, so I might as well re-roll it.
All right, hit the little blue re-roll button.
From the look of it, it does not re-roll the wrath die if a critical failure or a crit success. Yeah. If it's basically a 2 or 3, then it... Actually, no, it didn't re-roll it the other time either, I think. I don't know.
Well.
Or it just
Anyway,
got the same thing. I don't know.
I didn't re-roll my bonus dice. Didn't re-roll the bonus dice.
No, it doesn't re-roll successes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those bang. So 5 total successes. So that is 4 guys. Go ahead and roll damage. 17 AP minus 4. Yeah, Brock, you are a killing machine at this point. You step into this room and kill all 5 of these guys, all but one of these guys on the spot. How do you do that?
Basically, it's just me swinging around. It's just I hold down the trigger, and it's just basically I just spray the entire room of just high energized nuclear particles, and just melt. It basically just melt the entire room.
All right, Brock, you swing in and carve a beam across the room, soaring through the tables and what look like buffet arrangements, with the little fucking depressions where they put slop food and just dole it out into trays. And 4 of these men just fall apart as the beam slices through their stomachs, carving them in two.
I don't see the other guy, so I believe the room was clear. So I just turn back to Lieutenant and I say, clear. Room's cleared, Lieutenant.
Okay.
As...
No, I would say you could see him. You could see like his shoulder and his arm. He pulled back away from the wall as you melted a chunk out of it with your beam.
Yeah. Meanwhile, with the complication, I rolled 2d6.
Yep.
64.
64. Scroll up to the thing. As you fire, the man directly in front of you, as he's carved in half, something on his belt explodes with a flash, and you are blinded for a round.
Okay. So yeah, Brock now stumbles out and falls to the ground here. Just with his eyes covered because he is blinded. Believe the room's cleared, man. Ow!
I'll be sure to check it out.
And that will be my turn.
All right. This guy is having none of this and is gonna fucking leave.
Fuck this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, players.
All right.
Walia, Ribbon, Flux.
Do you two mind if I go real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Noalia is stepping over the dead bodies. Before then, she puts away the hand flamer and takes out the las gun. So that's both for simple actions. Let's see. That was 5. 6 would put her there. You said this basically looks like
It's a tiny canteen.
Yeah, okay.
These 2 large bays are just lines where food would be doled out, and there's a tiny table over here that has like a deck of cards and a chess set on it.
Can I see what's on the other side of that door?
The door is wide open, and beyond you can see some very flimsy bunks.
Okay. Nualia will stay right there. Is there such a thing as readying an action?
Yes, there is.
Okay. First enemy to go through either of those doors, or to like poke their head out, get shot.
All right then. Unseen things happen. Ribbon and Flux, what are you 2 up to? Feely is kind of tapping his boots on the crate, and he glances at you. So we wait for the lieutenant here.
The idea, yeah.
We're not going to go up with the main push.
No, we have the very important job of sitting here, waiting to cause chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Feely kind of pauses and glances down at his last rifle. I hit someone earlier.
Yeah, I
That's
saw.
really impressive.
Kind of smiles to himself and kind of glances at the last rifle and seems kind of lost in thought, leaving you two to your own devices.
I'm just gonna like lean over to Riven and just whisper, "We're adopting it, right?"
Was that ever in doubt? So I'm curious about. Sorry, Hugh. What's the name of? What was this machine called again?
A cogitator bank.
Okay. All right. That seems like a thing I should go poke at since we've got some time.
Yeah. It has a couple of screens mounted into its casing and a set of keys, various dials and switches. Some of them seem to be for the maintenance of the operation of the system itself. The main screen seems to be for accessing data on the system.
Yeah, I definitely want to know what's going on here. What can I do with that?
Go ahead and give me a tech roll.
Sure. Let's move over here.
All right. 3 successes.
Not my best, but okay.
Fiddling with the system a bit, it seems to be a storage array for mostly logistical data, supplies that have come through this depot, where they've come from, where they're being sent, which platoons they're assigned to, that kind of deal.
Is there any information I can pull on the people that we're fighting? Or like their names or something?
You can certainly pull up the manifest for the current stationed garrison.
Yeah, I definitely like to take a look at that manifest.
Yeah. They appear to be outfitted with las guns, flak armor, basic steel helmets, a uniform, one shamar of valor, as it's listed in the manifest, and 3 las packs. That seems to be the standard outfitting for this regiment.
Okay.
There are manifests for heavy weapons,
Mhm.
mostly las weapons, las cannons, multi-lases. There are a couple of auto cannons in there.
Okay, but no information on any of the people in here?
Nope.
Alright. Okay.
And Flux, what are you up to?
That's an excellent question. I'm not sure. I don't think there is much to do aside from prepping the possible fucking up of shit from afar.
Want to
Which
set
is
up your
far as
little
I
power
know.
surge?
Huh?
You want to set up your little power surge ready to go then?
Yeah. Like anything I can do to prep that so it goes smoothly.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a tech roll.
I'm just going through and like checking everything, making sure all the stuff that like I want to be there is there. Very meticulously going through, sorting wires, doing things.
Yeah, with 6 successes, you meticulously lay out your tools in order of size on the ground in front of the junction box, and you begin rigging up the circuit bridge that you'll be using to overload it, getting everything ready to begin putting into action.
Lit. End goal is to essentially just have a giant red button that fucks shit up.
All right. Top of the round then, Nualia and Brock.
As a free action, I'm going to Vox over to Feely and just say, Private Feely, you have let them know that they can send the third wave, yes?
Yes, Mom. I got confirmation, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Excellent. Also, let them know that we have captured a generator that may knock out power to the entire command complex, at least temporarily. Ask them if they have any specific orders on that.
Understood, Mom.
And, then yeah, Nawalia, she's gonna repeat her orders to Lanewald and say, Lanewald, go further up the corridor and watch that corner. Brock, once you can see, head south, check out the bunk room.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And then she's gonna stomp over. Oh, just open this door. If it's not already open.
It was hanging on its hinges, half open, easy for you to just push aside,
Okay.
revealing a rather messy underground chamber that has various selections of crates and barrels positioned around. One of the barrels has a flame burning in it. Many of the crates look like they've got tarps and stuff thrown over them and are used as seating. This large collection at the large crate over here is being used as a table of some kind. You can see mugs and jars and plates on it.
When you say a barrel with a flame burning in it, you mean like something to keep warm or something that will explode soon?
No, a barrel with that's been hollowed out, and, filled with wood or whatever they can burn.
Okay, excellent. Okay, then yeah, she's going to call back, clear in this room.
All right. Yeah, Brock, you are blinded, which means you are at a extra -2 DN to actions taken. You can still see, but everything is blurry, fuzzy, spots are everywhere. You can't make things out very clearly.
Okay. Well, Brock will move in and move down into this room here.
Yeah, you step into a small, cramped bunk room with a line of lockers against one wall. It appears deserted.
Right. Can I get the shadow off of it so I can see the rest of it?
Yeah, I was just feeling with those, for some reason, hiding things instead of revealing them.
Yeah, I can move an extra 6 meters due to me triple moving, so I'll move to about there. Until you hear from inside the inside bunk. Clearing the bunks.
All right.
Those like scenes in horror movies where you're in a locker room and you just move from locker to locker and there's like scare in the background.
Only this time we are the horror that things are hiding in the locker from.
Yeah.
All right, then.
To be fair, we must be like genuinely somewhat terrifying to some of these soldiers because we have taken no losses and we have killed several dozen people now.
So, unseen things occur above. Nualia, you can make out the sounds of gunfire, the crack of las bolts, distant explosions. The door at the far end of this room is open, and it appears to open out into the trench.
Okay. So we're back to the top?
No, you are still inside the underground, but you can hear the sounds of battle.
No, I meant the round.
Oh, yeah, top of the round.
Because were Riven and Flux doing anything extra?
I think we were just
Creating the giant red button. Is we doing break soon? Question mark.
Yes, that is quite right. And actually, this is not a bad point to hold off. Put you on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Agreed. then yeah, we will take our 30-minute break here, and we will be back. Still wishing I had some music, which I am looking into that. I actually have been talking to one music artist that I know by the name of Menace. We've been in some talks about creating a 15-second intro and some ambiance music, so that ought to be good. Something that we can loop if necessary.
Shiny. Yeah.
So yeah, that ought to be good. And then I'm still waiting on the commission of Noalia, so hopefully that'll be able to come through soon.
What, you don't like my stand-in token?
I don't have a stand-in token of Noalia.
The
Just the
The way-
name.
Yeah.
That was yours? Okay, I'm sorry. For some reason I was thinking that was
I'm
Hugh's.
just being a
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't have Photoshop or anything convenient to actually make that crap.
Fair.
I didn't do that either. I just put it in that stupid token maker you keep sending me.
That's true.
It can make
You can make anything.
it good.
I
Anyway, I will be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find food quickly.
fair enough.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hmm.
You know what I don't understand?
What?
Why Group Me is so fucking popular.
Why what is?
Students. Why Group Me is so fucking popular for college students.
It is.
Like I like making Discord study groups because you can like put resources in a channel and that be a thing, and then you're talking in other things. You can reference stuff and like whatever. And people constantly bitch at me, why don't you do Group Me? Because it sucks.
I feel like Discord just makes more sense. What even is?
It is the campus standard where I go.
Which one, Discord or Group Me?
Group Me. Like, it's the fucking standard to the point where, like, the first day of class, every single class has someone that makes a class-wide Group Me for that semester for that class.
You know why? It's probably because it's owned by Microsoft, I'd guess.
And the thing is like, it's not even useful. Because 9 times out of 10, the majority of the talking that happens in the Group Me is, hey, when's the next quiz? And then someone answers, and then someone else says something, and then somebody asks again 2 seconds later. Over and over and over again. To the point where, at one point, I got so pissed off in one of my statistics classes that, along with a couple other people who we had broken off to make a separate Group Me, and we kind of made people believe that there might have been a part 2 of an exam at the next level, and convinced them to bring in the official Green Book free response answer booklets. It was 2 days between the end of the exam and the next lecture, and the teacher had to put out an announcement, and people still brought the green books. And someone stopped her in the middle of her lecture at the very beginning to ask about the exam.
Oh boy.
All they had to do was check Canvas. That's it.
I get people like that at work sometimes, where they don't read. If I set up a Slack, I just a Slack message answering a question, and then a minute later, someone threads onto the that same thing. Hey, I'm having this problem too, in exactly the same way. No, I've just posted the answer.
Yeah.
I would love to just send them misdirects, but I don't think that's quite an option.
Yeah,
That's fair.
people just don't think to check
No.
that kind of thing. It's why, as an IT tech, the number of times I've gone looking for a solution to a problem, found a thread that has the answer, and there's hundreds and hundreds of replies
Oh
to
my
it
God.
saying, "Is there
Always.
a solution to this?" It's like, yes, read the bloody thing.
Every time someone's like, I'm also having this problem. Yes, I know. That's great, you're on the thread. It's been solved.
I think we put more effort into making people believe that there was a part 2 to the exam than we did studying the part 1 of the exam. We took over the fucking chat going, hey, anybody have help for number 13 on the practice bit for the next part? And we're bullshitting questions on the fly for statistics for engineering.
That is amazing.
It was a high point, definitely.
I wish I got shenanigans like that in college, but I did not.
And the thing is, like, the convenient thing about GroupMe is if you do shit like that, you're not gonna get in trouble. Because then people have to admit that the GroupMe exists, which means people are gonna go through it with a fine-tooth comb, and everyone is going to probably get the can for cheating because people are dumb and ask for answers to shit that they shouldn't be.
I see. Okay.
Also,
Okay.
why I don't use groupies.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Anyone affiliated with it, whether they actually like were sharing stuff or not, just automatically get penalized. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
Well, there's still 15 minutes on the break, so no time crunch.
I have coffee.
Never liked coffee personally.
Oh,
Because you're unimaginative and
yeah.
boring.
I'm so sorry. You're missing out on.
It's too bitter. Not a fan.
You're persnickety.
Coffee cake and coffee ice cream, I don't mind, but coffee itself.
Yeah, because that's coffee with a half a ton of sugar added to coffee.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
not being coffee at that point.
Then it's not bitter as hell.
Yeah, but that's the ideal.
Nah, don't like bitter things.
This man claims to be able to taste what you cook to your food with, so
Hey,
melodrama is
I
nothing
can't
new
own,
here.
I can't own plastic cutlery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bougie.
I have to post this somewhere. All right, I'm gonna put this in the photo room because why not? Since we're talking about coffee, I should find it. There we go.
End of the day, though, this means more coffee for me, so I can't complain.
Mm-hmm. Fair. So, in chat, I just I posted my most recent purchases for coffee.
There is just one big problem on all those bags of coffee.
Yeah, I bet.
Ew.
I'm assuming it's the decaf part.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I my stomach doesn't love caffeine too much, so I try to limit how much I drink. So the majority of coffee that I drink is decaf. But I do drink caffeinated when I can, but it's somewhat limited. But yeah, I feel like the cotton candy flavor might be something you would actually like, Hugh.
He's dead to the world. We mean nothing to him.
Sorry, what?
No, nothing. So I posted some of the most recent coffees that I've purchased, and I feel like the cotton candy flavor might be one you'd actually like. It tastes kind of sweet with nothing in it when you just drink it black. So
I might give it a try. I don't know. I'm skeptical.
yeah,
Video it. Though, now I'm just reminded of this thing I saw the other day. Have you seen that thing on Instagram where it's like they do a giant thing of cotton candy that they flatten out and then put like fruity pebbles and sprinkles and
tacos.
their cotton candy ice cream in, and then they make it a burrito? What the
Oh, sorry, yes,
fuck?
yes, they're hideous. I don't know why that exists. It's the most horrifying thing.
And at the same time, I need to try it.
Eh, I just
Like,
feel my teeth hurting.
Yeah, that's true.
Ugh.
Also on the list of things to try that I know will definitely kill me is the Krispy Kreme cheeseburgers. Also known as the most American food you will ever find.
Sounds like it.
I've known Canuta for ages. A couple of years now.
Sure. Yeah. No, I wasn't. I guess that wasn't like a private question or anything. I wasn't sure it was comfortable to talk about.
No worries.
I met Canuta when I met when I started playing Lady D's campaign with her.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
met through my girlfriend like 5 years ago.
Mm.
They were friends, and now they're not, and I still am. So
No need to sound so sarky about it. Jeez. See, this is why people get irritated with you.
I mean, I don't really see a problem.
And I met Canuta through Hugh.
Oh, okay.
And Hugh is my human, so yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, this is why I specifically pick on him. It's part of the contract.
Mm. Okay, that makes sense.
Not just a bitch, I promise. I mean, I am just a bitch, but yeah.
I'm not worried. That's fine. My cat is giving me some serious looks because I'm technically intruding on her during the session. Got the computer set up in mine and my partner's bedroom, so we're just kind of hanging out on the bed, and the cat is giving me very pointed looks.
You paid the pet tax?
I will momentarily. I'm assuming that's taking pictures of the animals, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page, though.
I require pet tax.
All right.
Yep. Cat looks not amused.
That's just her face normally.
I has returned. Hello.
I'm back. We were talking about you. All good things, though.
Goodness, it's so fluffy.
Yes, this is Octavia. She is regal and frequently very loud.
She is adorable.
Cats are always cute until they're attacking you and ripping the skin off your arms.
Yeah, but even then, it's still like they're still cute. Like
I don't know. I have a severe failure of my cute response when a cat's shredding my arms.
that's fair. I probably should have more like I should probably have a better response to that, but it's kind of like
I have hurled a cat across the room for clawing my arm.
oof. I feel like that's rougher for the cat than it is for you.
Didn't you tell me you also yeeted Gabriel across the room?
Yeah, but that's because he was literally suffocating me. I was asleep and he decided to curl up on my face while I was sleeping. I had a nightmare about suffocating underwater. So as soon as I woke up, I sat bolt upright and threw the heavy warm thing on my face off my face.
Oh no.
And a yowl and a thud. And Gabriel avoided me for most of the next day, so I guessed it was him.
Oh.
Rip.
He hasn't done it since then, so it clearly worked.
Yeah.
Also, I do wish to say thank you to Casey Explosion and Evelyn Fox for retweeting the tweet about us starting. That is much appreciated.
Yeah,
Right.
times more the merrier.
I need to grab some more water, so I will actually be right back one more time.
That's right, we've still got 10 minutes. Oh, the glories of the Imperial Guard. Imagine if you guys don't complete your mission and then you have to go and meet the Commissar.
Well, I know if that happens, I'm immediately getting shot in the face.
I mean, yeah, if that's the case, I'm just gonna blow myself up.
Technically, failure to achieve a goal is not a shooting offense. It's more of a flogging offense. Retreating would be a shooting offense.
Yeah, but
Fair.
I've actually got a little book here with the articles of Imperial law. For example, striking an officer will get you shot under Article 3680-35K. Gambling. If any soldier caught gambling in any form will be flogged and incarcerated for an unspecified time.
So these guys have basically broken a number of Imperial laws.
oh yeah, basically, you know, your squad knows when you have a shit commissar when the commissar walks into the bunk room and immediately flogs the entire squad for, you know, gambling on their downtime.
I would say that the gambling one, I imagine, is not as heavily enforced as it could be, just because fuck else are the soldiers gonna do?
It depends on how religiously adherent your commissar is.
Yeah.
You guys have a new commissar. You've not met this one yet. Your last one got killed.
Yeah, I'm putting off the meeting them as long as I possibly can.
How religious was the last one?
The last one was a die-hard fanatic, and he got annihilated leading a charge against a Warhound Titan.
Sounds about right.
Alright.
Look, basically, when it comes to the commissar, I want Gaunt more than Kane.
Mm-hmm.
A good leader rather than just a lucky git.
Yeah. Because Kane will get you killed a lot, too. He does that.
Yeah,
Whereas,
a lot of Kane's friends die.
Yeah, whereas Gaunt is very much trying to keep his soldiers alive
To be fair,
as
a
much
lot
as
of
possible.
fucking ghosts die as well.
Well, they do, but a lot of the time they die in the natural course of battle, rather than because Gaunt fucked up in some stupid way. Or because Gaunt was a coward.
That's the brutal bit of the Gaunt's Ghosts book. Because the reality is that every loss, every character that you'd grown attached to who just got fucking murdered, died for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm 3 books in, and I'm still waiting for the 4th one to be released on audiobook, so...
I think, I want to say something about, like, what I think are some of the saddest deaths in the Gaunt series, but I know they're fairly early on. Yeah, I know they're fairly early on, but I don't remember where they start happening. Do you?
I think I know who you mean, yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be Bragg.
No, it's not like specific people, but the circumstances surrounding their death. I will since you guessed that, I will say Braggs is definitely sad.
No.
But it's
Who else
also
is gonna walk around?
it's also heroic in a way too. So yeah.
Well, they're all kind of significant in their own way.
Yeah, most of them are. I think there's like one early on in the circumstances that I'm thinking of, like before people start catching wind of it, that they were just unaware, and so their death had no meaning other than some selfish fuckhead. But everybody else was pretty much like they died fighting.
Larkin is by far the best character.
Is he the one that wants to kill Gaunt?
Mad Larkin the sniper.
Ah, yes. No, Larkin is awesome.
Yes.
I
did love it. I did love he had the entire conversation. What would have been could have been a apparition of the Emperor in the warp or not, or was just his general madness.
yeah, the angel following him around.
Yeah, just going, yeah, basically just turning to a commissar and saying, "You're a coward. I should shoot you now." And he just goes, "No, I'm not a coward." Coward picks up his long las and just snipes the enemy commander, and everyone just going, "Oh, we all thought you ran away, but hey, no, you went into a better position so you can snipe the enemy commander. Good job, Larkin."
Didn't he like snipe a Chaos Space Marine at one point too?
I know there's one guy who got extremely lucky and downed a extremely damaged dreadnought by himself.
Yes, I remember that one. It was on that planet. I want to say that the rest of the soldiers were like charging a position, and there was a Chaos Space Marine up at the top of that position, and like Larkin sniped him through the visor plate. He may have taken a rocket to the face as well, but I don't remember.
The 1 in a million shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good books. Well worth reading. Long books, though. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Dan Abbott also put out some actually other really good books in the Horus Heresy series. I'm also about to read apparently one of his best books, Brother of Snake.
I don't know that one.
It's the book he wrote about the Iron Snakes chapter.
It's quite interesting. Lone Space Marine traveling through their 5 territories. Pretty cool.
I want to read more books about the specific happenings of Istvan 3 and Istvan 5. Was it Istvan 5? Yeah.
Istvan 4.
Istvan 4. So it was 3 and 4.
Yeah. Istvan 4 was the Drop Site Massacre.
Mm-hmm. But more specifically, like that song about Rylanor, I want to learn more about Rylanor, especially since he was a loyalist Emperor's Children.
Yeah. Well, Istvan 4, the Drop Site Massacre, was when the Emperor's Children and I think the Iron Warriors?
Iron Warriors? Yeah, I think so.
Truly displayed their turncoat nature, and some of the Emperor's Children defected on the spot to the Loyalists.
Yeah.
Including Rylanor.
Yeah, it was the Salamanders.
Oh,
it was the Salamanders, and 2 others. I don't remember their legion names.
Iron Hands were definitely there because that's where Ferrus Manus died.
Mm-hmm.
And became a ghost that is torturing Vulcan.
But yeah,
Which
Salamanders, Iron Hands.
It's not a joke from TTS. It's actually a thing written in canon that Vulcan has been harassed by the ghost of Ferrus Manus.
Nice.
Or at least what he thinks is the ghost of Ferrus.
Yeah. But yeah, I know it was the Salamanders, the Iron Hands, and one more. They were attacking the Luna Wolves. Because Horus had revealed himself, but meanwhile, the Iron Warriors and the Emperor's Children were setting up fortifications behind them and just caught them in the crossfire.
Yeah, they had all been sent to crush the Lunar Wolves because the Iron Warriors and Emperor's Children were assumed to be loyalists at the time.
Mhm.
And then they turned on the other loyalists and crushed them. The Death Guard were definitely present because that's where Nathaniel Garrow's tale starts. He is a survivor of the drop site, one of the last loyalist Death Guard.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Was real quick before we go back, was Conrad Kurz there?
Kurz was not there. No.
Okay, all right.
Kurz was too busy hiding on some backwater planet because he was convinced that an assassin was going to come and murder him. Because she was going to come and murder him.
Because Conrad Curse is one of the most tragic of the Primarchs. Fucking insane, but one of the most tragic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Emperor planned to murder Kurz long before he turned traitor. But yeah, back to our adventure as you raid this underground complex. The sounds of battle growing ever louder outside as you have so far made your way through the first set of underground rooms.
All right. And we are back at the top of the round, right?
We are, yes.
Okay, Nualia, let's see, how far is this? I probably will have to do a full move. Yeah, Nualia's gonna full move and step outside, see what's going on.
Alright. Back on the upper level, Nualia. You step out into the open. In a ruined trench. To your left, a massive crater has collapsed the corner of the trench line. And to your right, the sharp side turn. You can't hear the sound of flat cannons anymore. There is a pall of smoke and dust hanging over the air. Kind of difficult to see through at the moment. But there's no sign of anyone in this trench.
Okay. Good, then I know my people are not getting shot up. So, having seen that, Nualia will duck back inside. Because that didn't end her movement to just go out, peek for a bit, right?
Nah.
Okay, then yeah,
She didn't do anything.
yeah, I believe I still have like 3 more meters of movement, so she'll just step back inside the room. And she'll call out to Brock. Things are fairly quiet. They haven't charged the trench yet. So, we can still press this advantage.
Roger, man.
Go and check on Lanewold. Help her with that corner. As well,
Yes,
be ready. I'm fairly certain one of the tunnels have collapsed.
Yes, ma'am.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Alright then. Unseen movement occurs. Brock, what are you doing?
Might need to swap back over to the other map.
That is true, yeah. And there you go.
Okay, so Okay, so full sprint movement can get to there. Basically, I flag there as I get to there and go, Lenwold, hold position and wait for the lieutenant.
Yes, Sarge.
And that's my turn.
Alright then. Flux and Riven, what are you two up to?
I think we're still killing time. Like, not. I think there's not a whole lot we can do right now, right?
Doesn't only one of you have to be? I mean, one of you have to be there to man the detonation of the deactivation of the generators. You guys could take feeling and move up into the trenches. As a suggestion.
So
Yeah.
I have a extra book on me. I am going to take a page out of it and make one of those fortune telly things.
So you're committing heresy then? I'm kidding.
Is there
Are
someone
you
around
using
here?
a page out of your Imperial Infantryman's uplifting primer?
No, I'm taking a page out of my book of hours.
Oh, well, I mean, that's...
Is that still heresy?
It is
It's a
technically
prayer
still
book.
heresy. However, it is heresy that you are less likely to be caught for.
Can we just go and start raiding supplies in this bunker that we're in that's full of supplies?
You certainly can.
That is
Yeah.
fair. It's a better idea.
Yeah, I definitely want to, like, if I can, move into, I don't know, one of these other rooms and see what we can scavenge.
Ooh,
All right.
wait. You said there's guns and shit in here.
Yeah, there's guns and shit in here.
How many extra power packs and grenades can we find?
That's a good question. Which room do you want to start with? I feel like we could start over here.
Yeah, I dig it. Philly, if you hear the word cupcake come through, hit the button. We're going shopping.
Feely will look up as you go from his crate. Oh, all right then.
Just yeah,
You two step through the door, and it is not more than a few seconds before you hear from the room behind you. Oh, Corporal Volkolovich, and step aside, boy. Where's your superior?
oh boy.
I'll go get him. Okay, what's going on?
Back in the room, you see 3 troopers wearing the same uniform as you guys: bright red sleeve, dust tone uniforms. One of them has a beret and a set of lieutenant stripes on his shoulder.
Oh boy.
I'm Lieutenant Garskill, 37th platoon. Where's your lieutenant?
Currently, through that door, fucking shit up. We're waiting for a signal to short out several power structures going through these underground areas.
He raises an eyebrow and then turns to Feely. You have Vox, don't you? Get me a link to your captain, to your lieutenant. Feely glances at you, Flux. Kind of waiting for instructions from you.
Go on.
Right away.
Lieutenant, there's a lieutenant here for you.
Patch him through.
Feely holds out the telephone rig from the Vox pack on his back. Lieutenant of the 999. 37th platoon here.
Sister Lieutenant Noalia here, of the Order of the Bleeding Rose, and of the 999.
Yes, well, we're your second line. I'm bringing 2 squads. We're moving up on the trench line. The enemy seem to have fallen back to the command bunker.
Excellent news, and worrying as well. I have no doubt that they have much stronger munitions in that bunker, but seems as though they may have a weak spot here in the tunnels.
There's a squawk in your Vox, and the signal suddenly cuts to a different voice, a familiar one.
Hey, Lieutenant, it's Fohammer here. You've got some guys setting up mortars in the trench ahead of you.
Ah, Very well. Then we need to make movement. Fohammer, can you do anything about them?
They're in one of their little bunkers. I can try and lay some cover and fire. I might keep their heads down.
Anything you can do to buy us more time would be appreciated.
You got it, Lieutenant. I'll see what I can do.
And, Nualia will get back to Feely. Private Feely, there are currently... I've just received word that there are currently enemies setting up mortars in the trenches ahead. Let the lieutenant know his men are going to be in danger both from the command bunker and the mortars. It is his choice to proceed with his squads, but our squads will be proceeding through the underground here. Once you have relayed those, tell all of our squad to come down into the bunker and proceed forward.
I'm still here, Lieutenant.
Indeed.
And by my reckoning, if we don't try and press the advantage above ground, they're going to know that we're coming underneath.
A fair assessment. Then, as I said, feel free to do as you see fit with your soldiers.
We'll do what we're trained for. Grub in and lay down fire.
Excellent. We will make all speed through the underground area and try to reach those mortars as well.
I'll leave a couple of men watching over your little prisoners.
Appreciated.
He turns back to you, Flux. All right. You've got your orders, I've got mine. Emperor be with you. And
Best of luck.
He turns, nodding, and leaves the room with his men.
I do not trust that guy.
And I will, once he hands the Vox back to Feely, Nualia will relay the same orders for the sake of brevity. I won't repeat it again.
Yep. Feely turns to you, Flux. Lieutenant says we're all going to follow down. Back her up.
Fine.
And, let's see, Nualia is heading back in, and she is going to say, "Oh, and Feely? Cupcake." And then she's going to turn on her floodlights.
Cupcake. Oh, right. Cupcake, yeah, the word. Do the thing.
And I will hit the button.
What was that, Avery?
Oh, can I run back in? Because I just want to see this happen.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Flux, go ahead and give me a tech roll.
Oh, can I assist? Is that possible?
You can. I really don't think we need it, though.
That's enough glory.
8 successes with a crit success.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah.
I am the god of this world.
Flux, you hit the button. The generators spin up louder, the rumbling getting more furious. Sparks begin to fly. There is a sudden thum, and all of the lights burst in the room. Down the corridor, Brock and Lanewald, the light bulbs hanging from the ceiling burst in a cascade towards you, disappearing down the corridor. Nualia, the room you're in is plunged into darkness as the lights go out.
Yep. Nualia is going to activate her lights and proceed forward.
Okay. Do we have torches on our guns?
You are Astra Militarum. You are assumed to have stab lights. They are not attached to your weapons. They're attached to your chest plates.
Okay. Stab light comes on.
Let's not a fusee, correct? It's more like a
stab light is a flashlight.
It's a flashlight. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
From
just a weird 40k word for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, with all that going on, shall we say Nualia catches up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
All right. You
Yep.
will make your way down the corridor. Nualia, the two bodies ahead of you. Lanewald gets up to the corner, peeks around. Lieutenant, looks like the roof's collapsed in at the junction there, but there's another room further on.
All right. Brock, we'll need your melter.
Yes, ma'am.
And Lanewald, the other, Packard, Risa, and Christopher will also be joining us down here. You will take them and clear out that room, and then join us forward. Assuming we have broken through this collapse by the time you accomplish that.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Okay.
Okay.
Brock's going to move forward to the collapse bit, power up his melter, and I'm just going to melt away all the debris in front of us to give us a clear route for the rebel in front of us to give us enough space to get through into the
Go
other
ahead
side.
and give me a ballistic skill check.
Actually, on skills, believe it's somewhere. I can roll melter against a vehicle. Melter roll damage inflicted
Yep.
by melter to structure.
Yep,
Yep.
that's the damage. You got to hit it first.
Oh yeah,
Not a difficult roll. It's a stationary object, but you still got to roll.
I know.
You could run out of ammo again.
Yeah, exactly. Or knock yourself over.
Ooh.
Well, you're lucky it's a stationary object. Go ahead and roll melter damage. There is, in fact, a melter button in the combat tab. A 1. That is unfortunate.
Can you wrath damage, or do you have to wrath the whole hit?
Hang on, I don't think that rolled properly.
Yeah.
No, because
Let me try rolling melter. No, I think it did.
Fair enough.
It looks weird, and I think that's just because it's showing the result of the calculation.
It's an old system, but
Yeah.
All right then. Go ahead and roll normal damage. All right, 1 anyway. You carve a narrow channel through the rock, but it's going to take another beam to make it big enough for you to walk through. You could probably fit through if you crawled, but it's very hot right now.
yeah, and also get some power armor through. So I think I'll be spending another turn covering my way through.
In the meantime, I am going to just be looking through the hole. I'm gonna turn my stab light or my lights off as I look through the hole to not draw attention to myself, as well as to see if I can see anything further down.
You can see a straight corridor and a T-junction ahead.
I don't see anybody down there, though.
No signs of any people.
Okay. Then we're just waiting on Flux and Riven to join, as well as the other squad, so the rest of the squad. As well as Brock to to get through.
All right then.
Yeah, I feel like we can start making our way through.
Yep, you can start moving up.
Will is coming with us? These three with red are not in our group, yeah?
No, they are. That's the rest of your squad.
Oh, okay.
I have to use royalty-free art, so I have a limited selection.
Right. Who seems
I believe
the most chunky?
Packard is your sniper in the red. The orange is the twins.
Alright. Twins in front. I'll go after. Then Riven, Packard, and Feely in the back. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right then.
Yeah, I have to figure out.
You guys easily follow up behind the carnage that Nualia has wrought.
Okay, if we can just like be there, that makes life easy.
You're all stuck in single file. It's a very narrow corridor, but
it's one of the reasons that I'm sitting out in front of this doorway, to just be a giant suit of armor in front of the fire.
Okay.
Volkolovich is going to come in the middle behind Riven. Okay. Brock, go ahead and give me another tank roll with your meltagun.
First off, I'm gonna invoke. First off, might as well do the thing. I'll invoke luck to give me some. Hopefully, give me some extra die to this.
Yeah, one extra dice.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's DN4. No, that unfortunately does not go off.
Ah well. Never mind.
No perils, though.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
It's only on a 1 on the wrath die, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yep, ballistic skill test.
All right, 3 successes. Yeah, you carve a second beam through this rubble, making a roughly 1.5 meter high gap that Nualia could kind of squeeze through.
Tone. Rubble's clear. Rubble's cleared, ma'am.
Good work. She'll gently pat him on the shoulder, and she'll switch to her hand flamer and squeeze on through.
All right.
I'll follow her up, delivering her through.
Yeah, the corridor is narrow but seemingly empty.
All right. I'm just continuing forward.
Riven, Flux, you're with me in the top. You're with me in the Natalia. Rest of you, follow lane, Walden to clear the room down the end of the corridor. And then I'll start following Natalia back up.
Okay.
Currently, Brock is just running off instinct and adrenaline at the moment. He is just, just letting. He's just run. Yeah. So.
Where did I end up? Oh, okay. So I'm. Oh.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I keep forgetting Brock has a title.
Yeah, he's Sergeant Brock.
Ah. I don't know if I'll ever call him by that, but.
I meant the room down here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who did you
Just turns around and sees everyone start filing in. Come
Who
on,
did he
guys.
send?
I meant the other room.
Who did you send, Brock?
Landwald. I basically sent the rest of the squad that way.
Yeah,
Wait.
all the NPCs.
Yeah.
It's not a small room, but the orders from Nualia were, and Lanewald knows these as well because she was there, was clear the room out, then join the rest of us forward in the tunnels.
All right, then. They head down the corridor to do their thing. All right, then. Nualia, what you doing? You come to a T-junction.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I see anything further right here?
If you're peeking through, yes. To your left, you see a sharp right turn, and to your right, the door is open, and there are a lot of people aiming down, all clustered around the edges of the door, pushing their rifles around.
They're at the perfect range.
They've been holding an action.
Yes, of course.
They're going to fire first.
Uh-huh. But they are at the perfect range for my flamer.
Oh god, that is a terrible fucking roll.
Suck.
You know what? I'm gonna spend a ruin and let them have a grenade.
Oh.
So and they critted on that. It's a shame they're mooks and don't get crits.
So the ruin lets them basically change their action?
No, can spend a ruin for these squaddies to throw a grenade.
Oh, okay.
That is the only way they can use grenades, because they don't get them as standard, because these are just militia mooks.
And what is it that gives you ruin again?
I get ruin when you crit fumble, or when you kill a squad of these guys.
Oh, okay, so you have a lot of that.
Yeah, these guys have the special rule, human waves. So every time a squad dies, I gain a point of ruin.
Nice.
Yeah, we're very lucky he uses ruin sparingly.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm saving it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, does it do you keep it between sessions?
No.
Okay.
But these guys don't have a great deal of special rules to use. Their sergeants do, but they've been at range and haven't been able to use them.
Of course.
But yeah, so that is roll damage for the grenade. 3, so 13 damage, Nualia, as the grenade goes off at your feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shock that.
It's a good thing everyone else was hanging back.
Yeah. Two exalted successes and 2 regular successes.
So as Nualia steps forward, Brock, you hear the characteristic tink of metal of a grenade, and there is a deafening explosion that rattles the hall, and you hear a shower of metal tinks and pattering as fragmentation fills the corridor, and several shards land at your feet, Brock. Nualia disappears in a cloud of dust and powdered rockcrete for a moment before her silhouette resolves itself in the mess that is left behind.
Oh, can I make this scene look even better for a moment?
Sure.
He doesn't see the silhouette, he sees the hand flamer go off.
A burst of flame igniting in the air in the haze of dust.
Because they are, I think, at long range, but they are well within that long range. So yeah, she's gonna hand flamer those dudes.
All right. So using the updated flamer rules, you hit every target within range up to double your ballistics rating.
Yes, so it's a lot. Blast small. Is that... Wait, no.
It no
We don't
longer
use the
has
blast
blast.
anymore. It's just everything in that range. Instead of a gout that hits an area, it's just a cone, correct?
No, it's just
No.
a spray. Everyone
Okay.
in your range that you meet the ballistics requirement for gets hit.
Okay.
That's flat.
Then let's see. Double my ballistic skill. Let's see. That would be 6 targets.
All right. There are 6 targets there.
Excellent. Let's see. That is 7 DR with a single ED. So 8 damage. And they are on fire.
They have to make an agility roll on their turn, or they get mortal. Well, no, they take mortal wounds, and then they have to make a willpower to see if they can resist, and someone else has to put them out.
Or no, they can roll to reduce the damage if I remember correctly. But don't I do extra damage versus mobs?
Yes. Let me just find the flamer rule.
Yeah, they like very recently updated the rules on the flamer, so we're still learning these.
Page 219. Weapon traits, here we are. Flamer. When you fire a flamer weapon, you target a maximum number of individuals in that weapon's range equal to double your ballistic skill rating. You automatically hit every target, and any target may attempt to reduce the damage as per the rules for dodging area effect. Page 186. Here we are, dodging area effects. If you are caught in a large or small blast radius, this applies to you guys as well. You may attempt the full defense combat action, adding any icons roll to your resilience instead of your defense. You can dive for cover, but you might not escape the full explosion or shrapnel. Depending on circumstances, this may declare that some area attacks can't be dodged or avoided, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, they get to take a full defense. I wish they
Now,
would just...
if it costs a combat action to do that, can you do it after you have used your combat action?
That's a good question. I would say rules as written, probably not.
In which case, they can't.
Only the lieutenant can actually dodge. Full defense, where is that? Shot. Fucking rules. Page 187. Here we are, full defense. Make an initiative test. Okay. So the lieutenant gets to make an initiative test before he gets incinerated. And he adds that to his resilience. Well, he got 2 successes and a complication.
Complication on.
Right then, he gets to add 2 to his resilience and 8 damage. So yeah, he throws himself back, Noalia, as you just unleash a gout of flame down the corridor, landing on his face, skittering away, but the rest are engulfed in flame.
Very nice. And I looked up. Did you see where the on fire condition was? 'Cause if not, I have it. Okay.
On fire.
Yeah.
You're on fire. 1d3 mortal wounds at the start of each of your turns. After taking the mortal wounds, pass a DN3 willpower test or be hindered until the end of the round. More information can be found on page 201.
Fire. The damage from DN test.
Fire. 40 plus furnaces, blah, blah, blah. You must make an athletics test. Every round, you are exposed to a hazard that could set you on fire. If you fail, you are on fire. While on fire, you take 1d3 mortal wounds at the start of each of your turns, plus a DN3 willpower test to act normally on your turn. If you fail, you are hindered, as you spend your turn crying out in pain and flailing around attempting to put out the fire. As an action, you can attempt to put out someone who is on fire by passing a DN3 agility test, not yourself.
Okay, so
You should totally be able to stop, drop, and roll.
yeah,
It's Prometheum,
Prometheum,
not
yeah.
just fire.
It's dumb. Somebody else
We've been over this. It's Prometheum. It
it's
doesn't.
so dumb.
No, it's like if someone sprayed you down with white phosphorus, just rolling around on the floor would not put it out.
Same with
What is
napalm.
someone else rolling me around on the floor gonna do?
It's not someone else rolling you around on the floor. It's someone else throwing like a fire blanket over you to smother it, or spraying you down with an extinguishing foam or something.
Are you saying I don't have my own fire blanket?
Yes.
I'm saying that you are on fire and cannot conveniently wrap it around yourself as easily as somebody else could.
Why not just make the difficulty higher? Why make it totally not possible?
Let's argue this after the session.
Yeah.
Good.
Debate this till the cows come home.
Yeah.
Regardless, these guys are currently on fire.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like the athletics test is for an environmental hazard that could set you on fire, and that's to avoid being on fire.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so they're all.
Flame you just sprayed.
Yeah, so they're all of those dudes are on fire except for the lieutenant. He avoided getting set on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, because he did not take a wound, correct?
He did not take any wounds. No.
Got it. Okay, then yeah, so they can't put themselves out, so they'll just keep taking a D3 mortal wounds every round. And then, Nuali is going to run forward.
All right. You are met by a very small, cramped room. It appears to have a variety of crates marked shells. Some of them are open, and you can see mortar shells in them.
Oh, question. The chain bayonet that I have, since it is wrist-mounted, I do not have to take a simple action to wield it, correct?
Correct.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, then.
Nualia, as a free action, and this I know this can't be with a interaction skill test, but Nualia is going to shout out, "Lay down your weapons, or that fire will meet you, heretic!" And would you say that I have purged heretical individuals with holy flame?
I would say yeah.
Okay. In future, I'll try and have it to where I specifically say something about it.
They are very definitely heretics. So.
Yeah. As I said, in future, I'll try to have it where I say something about it before I do it, because I know that's a mixture, supposed to be more RP than anything else.
Yeah.
So,
but you did say something afterwards, and it's a free action to speak, so I'll allow that.
Yay! Thank you.
All right then. Brock, not Faye, Flux, even, and Riven.
This is my new name.
Yeah, Brock's gonna move forward, and move to this in the section here and have a look down.
All right. Are you peeking down stealthily or just glancing out?
I'm just glancing out.
You see two enemy troopers. A short spray of last fire peppers off the rockcrete and on the corner. Just a warning shot.
Let me just do some quick measurements right here. 9 meters. So I believe that's mid-range. That's mid-range for my melter. So I'm going to, first off, simple action, invoke luck. Perils of the warp.
Oh no.
I was just gonna say something about when does that happen, but okay.
Yeah, when you roll a natural 1 on the Wrath die when casting a psychic power, you roll on the Perils of the Warp table. Go ahead and give me 2d6 there, Brock.
Hey, we're about to see if the lieutenant figures out I'm a psyker or not.
So, conveniently, you can't actually do the really bad perils, like summon an actual demon, unless you cast your powers at Transcendent or higher. But 16 is Roiling Mist. So, Brock, as you grasp for that ineffable luck that's always hanging about you, a chill enters the air and a low mist begins to condense in the narrow corridor around you. For a 25-meter radius, which means it fills most of the corridors. The mist obscures vision and distorts sound with weird echoes for a whole round. All tests made inside the mist that rely on sight or hearing are made at a +2 DN.
Well, gonna happen to, but do I? But hey, I passed the DN for it, so I get one extra die for my melter.
You get 2 extra die, actually, because you got a 6.
Okay. Well, aiming down the corridor, mid range with my melter.
Nice. Nice. Crit success.
Alright. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
65.
65, that's a pretty good one. Critical hit table, where are you? Here it is. 65. Appalling detonation. Go ahead and roll 1d6.
5.
Alright, Brock. You fire off a beam of melter energy. And for a second, you see the trooper's face, eyes widening in fear, before the entire end of the corridor disappears in an explosion of smoke and dust. Both of them are very dead. Though that corner's looking a little unstable.
Yep.
Alright then, Flux, Riven, what are you two up to?
I heard an explosion, which doesn't sound excellent.
Yeah.
My bad. One of these guys had a crack grenade on them.
There's all this weird mist in the hallway.
Rock.
Yeah, strange mist has filled the corridor, and an explosion shook the tunnel.
If Noalia looks back, is she in the? Yeah, she's in the mist, so she's hearing the bullshit, right?
The explosion does echo weirdly, like it's come from a long way away.
Well, I meant the. You said that there were weird noises and things like that in the mist too,
Things
right?
echo strangely in the mist.
Okay.
So it's sounds that exist sound odd, like they came from the wrong place.
Okay. Then Nualia as a free action is going to get on the Vox, and obviously not in a panic, because that would not do of one of the Emperor's wives, as I know some of the Sisters of Battle orders are. Nualia says to Feely, Private Feely, let the others know. The enemy may have offensive psychos.
Understood, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, we're getting reports that the 37th are taking a bit of a pounding from those mortars.
Can we hear, like, the telltale sign?
You can hear low thuds and vibrations, not remotely on the scale of the artillery bombardment you called in, but you can hear the patter of consistent explosions.
Do they sound...
Actually-
I meant more like them firing. Does it sound like they're coming from
you can
nearby?
definitely hear the thunk of mortars being launched. It seems to be coming through this door
Okay.
over the crackle of flames.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Would we have a general idea where we are on the top based off of where we are on the bottom?
Yeah, you've got a general idea that you're approaching the command bunker.
Okay. So, could we, in theory, backtrack to where the mortars are and collapse underneath?
I'm guessing the mortar's being fired from here.
Yeah, the mortars seem to be being fired from ahead of us.
Okay.
To your point, though, if we detonate below, we could theoretically cave that whole area in.
Yeah, but there's no way of getting below it. There's a door. The door leads out of the tunnel complex into the trenches again.
Mm-hmm. We would have to, like, dig through Rockcrete, and that would have to be at an angle.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't...
Yep. And, Nualia will vox back and just say, "We're nearly there. One more door."
I'll look back at the chat.
Lieutenant, this area is clear. Just a small room. Seems to be a crash room. Leads out into the trenches. It's deserted.
Very good. Join us up for the push on the command bunker.
We should help Nualia, I
I was
think.
thinking that too.
I was gonna. Okay. No, yeah. Lieutenant, I'll push. I'll wait for the squad to catch up and then proceed to push the bunker. I'll send the twins your way to help clear up the mortars. Sounds like a plan?
It sounds like a plan. Try and take the command staff hostage.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure them looking down the barrel of Landwald's shotgun will get them to surrender.
Let's hope so. Good luck, and Emperor's blessing to you.
You, try and protect you, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, then.
I guess we're probably moving out in this area then.
Yeah. I think, are we back at the top of the round now?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Nualia is going to, step forward. This specific square is not on fire, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Nualia is going to, and, sorry, one more time, this one as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Nualia is going to step forward, ringed by the flames, and level her hand flamer right at the lieutenant's face, and say, "Drop your sword and surrender, or I will purge you like the rest of your squad." And I will make an intimidation check.
All right, go for it.
5 successes. I would like to wrath that to try and do better.
All right.
Nope, 5 successes.
Okay, then. He snarls at you through the flames. To think I would ever return to the servitude of your emperor. The trooper beside him kind of glances between you both and very slowly starts backing into the corner of the room.
Then Nualia will, without looking away from the lieutenant, she will say to the trooper, "Shoot your lieutenant with me if you want redemption." And unfortunately, that was my combat action, so yeah.
Yeah. The lieutenant is going to leap through the flames and charge you.
Aw, respect. Would he make an agility test first, going through the flames?
He will.
He...
Just set that to the map player. These motherfuckers are all crispy. Alright, first is agility roll. 4 successes. Critical success on the wrath die.
Alright then.
So yeah, he leaps through, unaffected by the blaze, swinging at you with his chainsword. That's only 4 successes. I think I'm gonna ruin that and roll it. That's better. 8 successes.
Yeah, he only needed, like, 3 to hit me.
Yeah, but I wanted the extra 1. Oof. I'm gonna ruin that damage roll as well. Give him some extra. That's much better.
Of course.
15 damage.
Oh, God. Okay. Shit, I only have 1 shock. That means I can't absorb anything, right?
No.
Nualia goes down.
He lunges at you through the flames. Just his sheer ferocity catches you off guard, and he thrusts forward with his chainsword. The blade bites into the chest plate of your armor, just under your ribs, tearing through the metal and biting through your ribs. You feel bones shatter and blood spurt as flesh rips. And you are knocked back by this furious attack. At 0 wounds, you are not downed. Well, you are downed, but you are not dead. You can crawl, you can shoot. If you get attacked again and they hit you, and since you are downed, melee gets a -2 to your defense for hitting you. Then you take a traumatic injury, and you can take 2 traumatic injuries before you die.
Okay. Got it.
But yeah, Riven, Flux, you turn just in time to see Nualia knocked to the ground by the furious attack of this man. His uniform singed, but the red scarf he wears soaked with Nualia's blood as he stands triumphant over her body and roars a challenge at you. That's what your Lord Emperor does for you!
If y'all don't mind, when we get a chance, I'd like to take first shot at this bitch.
By all means.
Feel free.
It is
Go ahead.
his turn.
I'm taking it.
Feel free to add glory to it, too.
Yeah, Can you add glory to damage?
You can add glory to damage.
Okay, so I'm going to take the... No, I can't. I don't have shock. I can't aim. Fuck.
I mean, you can also add glory to the attack roll. Like, you can split the glory.
True.
Because how much
Oh,
have we got
only
right
have
now?
2. Just 2.
We should have more than that.
You haven't
We
rolled
have-
that many critical successes.
We have had crits on attacks, but attacks don't give you glory.
Of course. Have we... Wait. Have we been shifting any glory from those attacks?
Nope.
We gotta remember to do that.
But yeah, you can.
I'm re-rolling that.
All right.
No.
God damn. Those rerolls
Fucking
don't like
helpful.
us.
Yeah. I think I'll spend a glory then to add to that, because I can do that, right?
I will say Well, never mind. Yep. Go ahead and roll a d6. Or there is a button for glory in the sheet.
Yeah, under combat. Yeah.
Useless.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Damn.
But 3 still hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Do y'all mind if I add the extra glory to the damage?
Go
Go
right
for it.
ahead.
Go for it.
And that's in DBD, yeah?
Yes. I'm afraid a lasgun does not have AP.
I put it in as I saw it in the thing, sorry.
That was probably a long las.
Rip.
Yeah, 8 damage. Your lasbolt slams into his shoulder. He flinches back, grits his teeth, and snarls at you.
Riven,
Yeah.
I suggest you step back.
Okay.
And I believe that's the end of my turn.
Alright then. It is the lone poor motherfucker in the room with Nualia and the lieutenant. He's going to roll a conviction roll, but he's going to get a bonus resolve roll, but he's going to get a bonus for having his lieutenant there and successful. Which doesn't matter because he rolled shit.
Yeah. Fucking betray your people for the Emperor.
He's not going to fire, but he isn't going to join in the fight. He's going to hide in the corner.
Fair.
Wait to see what happens. Riven or Brock?
Okay. Okay, so Flex, I know you told me to get out of the way. I kind of want to run in and like try and medicate Nualia with her own.
Yeah, if you do that, you're gonna be very dead because the angry person is going to bitch slap you into tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna
So
cut
we
you down.
gotta take care of that first.
Okay.
If I get a vote, if Brock could shoot over my shoulder, that would be
Ooh.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a good.
You can fire through allies. It is assumed that you call out or wait for them to get out of the way before taking the shot.
Okay, then I'll totally delay it till after Brock.
Okay, first simple action. Switch to las gun because I don't want to risk risk fucking up with the
But-
Melta while
but-
Natalia is basically on the wound.
But
I
the whole
vote
point
Malta.
was to let you shoot with the Melta.
So I will say, Nualia is considered engaged, which means you are at a -2 penalty. And if you roll a crit fail on the Wrath dice, you can potentially hit Nualia.
He's okay. In that case, he's been rolling a lot of crit failures. No offense.
Yeah, that's why I said simple action, switching to the las gun.
All right.
Second simple action. Minus.
Unfortunately, you need to use both. One to stow, one to pull out.
Okay. Never mind. Let's go for that shot with the las gun and that -2 penalty. I can bang. I have nothing. I have no wrath left. I cannot re-roll that.
Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
The story of how we all die.
Yeah, Natalia, the story of how we all die. Natalia being a sister of battle and showing mercy.
Mercy. That's a funny one.
Oh yeah, Nualia, you actually take a memorable injury for being downed. Go ahead and roll me a d6 quickly.
It's a shame it can't be Voice of the Aurelian again.
You've got a broken jaw.
Oh.
He
Oh.
slams you to the ground with a quick side swipe of his chainsaw, cutting through the chin of your metal helmet, shattering your jaw under the blow.
You just got
Wonder
scalped, fam.
Where can I put... There it is, memorable injuries. Okay. Broken jaw. Traitor, lieutenant, refused to surrender.
Here we are, combat complications. 54. That they didn't even get the typo in this recent update, for fuck's sake.
Wait, is there
Restraint.
another new update?
Yeah, there's a V2 of the rules. It's fine, they haven't changed a great deal. Restrained. So yeah, Brock, you turn, slinging your melter gun and pulling out your las gun to take a shot. The las bolt goes wide, disappearing through the flames around Nualia. And as you take a step forward, you realize that you've managed to wrap the strap of your melter gun over your arms and have tangled yourself up.
The power Zinch giveth, Zinch taketh away. God damn
For
it.
someone who has the luck thing, you are a very lucky person.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
The
although
the mist does begin to fade away, though, as Brock takes a shot. All right, then. Unseen activity occurs. Yada yada. Riven.
yeah. Okay. All right, I'm out of options here.
Do you still have Wrath?
I do still have wrath. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Like,
Our narrative
Basically,
declaration.
what's
Wait,
gonna happen in the turn order is it's going to be your turn. NPCs move back to the top of the turn order. Then you can take the first initiative to run in and grab Natalia.
Hugh, our narrative declaration's still a thing.
Yes, they are.
I think we should introduce the group to the concept.
Okay. So, narrative declarations. You can spend a point of wrath to narratively declare a thing. For example, if you are running down a corridor inside the bowels of a ship being chased by something, you can spend a wrath to narratively declare that there is a door panel that you can shoot that will close the door behind you, sealing off your pursuers. And yeah, if I think that it is an acceptable choice, then yes, that will be a thing, and you can roll to attack to shoot it, and it will do the thing if you succeed. You
If
can
you're
do
in an
this for
underground,
just about anything, if you can be creative enough.
yeah, like if you're in an underground bunker that's already had explosions on it, and there's a loose hanging bit of concrete over someone.
Yeah, that is totally an option.
okay, then I will just. All right, I will go ahead and whip out the las pistol. So, yeah, I will spend my remaining wrath to declare that there is a large chunk of concrete that's been dislodged from the ceiling above this Trader General's head, and I'm going to try and shoot it.
All right, go ahead and give me a ballistic skill roll.
Okay. First time yet.
4 successes. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 quickly.
Sure.
Narrative declarations are like stupidly overpowered, so I only try to use them in Hail Mary moments.
That's fair.
That's what they're aimed for. 21. So, Riven, you take aim and you just unload your las gun at this chunk of rock. The lieutenant looks up at the ceiling above his head just in time to go, "Oh, fuck." And then the rock drops from the ceiling. Go ahead and roll me 1d3.
Sure. 3.
The piece of rockcrete smashes him full in the face. There's a spurt of blood as his nose crumples, and he falls over backwards, completely unconscious.
Hey.
Excellent shot.
Thank you, ma'am. Try and run in and just grab Nualia if possible. Although I guess I've already used my turn.
You have used your combat action, but you can move.
Okay. I'm gonna go, yep. Okay.
Alright then. Unseen movement occurs. Top of the round.
I vote Riven go first and try and use Nolia's med pack to heal.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
Fine.
Would I be able to assist with that? Or not really?
You are downed and can only take simple actions. No
Fair.
Medicaid, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Riven, go ahead and give me a Medicaid roll. Alright. Yeah. Nualia, you restore 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Riven does her best to fill the cavernous wound in your side with an expanding medical foam, sprays it down with antiseptic, gives you a shot of stims from the many vials in your medkit.
Thank you, Riven. Much appreciated.
You're welcome, ma'am. Hate seeing you go down like that.
It would have been unfortunate to die in such a useless way. Yeah, no.
I still have, so.
Yep.
I'll just kind of raise my hand from in the back of the corridor. Since we've got the med kit, can we borrow that for a hot minute?
Technically, aren't the Chirurgeon's tools, like, attached to my wrist?
The Chirurgeon's tools are, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
those are my med kit.
You should have a standard medkit as well.
No, just the Chirurgeon's tools. They act
Well-
as my med kit.
Add a standard medkit. It's as like the tools and extra equipment you carry for doing proper Medicaid work. Because the Chirurgeon's tools is more a set of tools that are specifically for performing surgery rather than a medkit.
Okay, because
But,
it does specifically
you are
say, because it does specifically say in the Chirurgeon's tools description that it acts as a med kit. It
Yeah,
gives all
it
the
does,
same bonuses.
But we're assuming that you're also carrying extra supplies.
Okay.
Since you are a designated medic of the squad.
Okay.
He's trying to throw us a bone. Let him throw us a bone.
No.
Because otherwise, Riven would only have given you 1 wound.
Yeah.
And that's all she would be able to do.
Fair. But no, they're my medical supplies. Yeah. Yeah, Nualia will take the med kit and pass it to Riven.
Okay.
If once given the chance.
Yeah. Simple action to pass objects.
Yeah. But it's not her turn yet.
But yeah, so you can hear a lot of activity outside Nualia. The thunk of mortars appears to have quieted down.
Okay. We're still in combat initiative?
Yep.
Okay. Nualia will stand up. I don't want to catch on fire, but I want to open that door too.
Rip you.
Yeah.
I just got you back up.
I know. Yeah.
I feel like maybe don't do the dumb bitch thing.
But we have to make sure the mortars are silenced.
But we also, like, time-wise, we have like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
We'll be
Yeah.
We'll just say we'll cliffhang it here. We'll come back at the beginning of a new round as you guys have begun patching Nualia up and are making ready your plan.
So there is one thing that has to be done before we end off, and I think I'm gonna have to apologize to Riven. Nualia stands up and she flamers the trooper in the corner because he did not surrender.
All right. A jet of flame erupts from Nualia's flame pistol, engulfing the poor soldier as he cowers in the corner. His screams are long and unpleasant.
On that note, have a great night, everyone.
Have a good.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
On the note of war crimes, yeah, I know, Dragon, you wanted to advertise something, I think?
No. No, don't worry about it. Now, go. Fine. I'm fine. I've realized that I probably won't be when it's streaming this week anyway, so, yeah.
Don't say that, because remember that Friday we're playing the Halo series.
All right, I'm playing Halo with you.
Yes. So remember that. We're starting off with Halo 1, and we're going to go through the entire series.
Yeah.
Or at least all the ones that are in the Master Chief Collection.
Good games. Well worth it.
Yeah, Halo 1 was.
Yeah, this happened. This whole thing happened because me and Canuta had an argument on stream when I was playing Reach, and she said that Halo 2 is a dog shit game.
It is. I stand by that statement. It's a dog shit game.
I still think it had some of the best moments in the series, though.
I know it is a fan favorite. In my opinion, it is an unpopular one, but no, it's a shit game, and
The game
they
itself
should feel
may not
bad.
be as good as the first, but that scene with the bomb, it's like, what are you doing? Giving the Covenant back their bomb. So
That was a good line. It was a good line. Anyway, so yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. Let me see if anybody is on to raid. Let's see. Boop boop ba doop. Yeah, Rabbit Cult's on. Let's go say hi to Rabbit Cult. But yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. Avery, Alex, Hugh, anything you three want to advertise real quick?
No, I'm good.
I have no life and useful hobbies.
I mean, same. I think if I can get myself to stream Destiny, then I'll definitely let you guys know, but that's a huge if.
Okay. Then yeah, hope you three enjoyed as well. And yeah, we will see. For as far as Wrath and Glory is concerned, we will see everybody next week. I will be. Let's see. Tomorrow is my day off of streaming. I restart my streaming week on Wednesday, and we've got a lot of stuff going on during the week. So yeah, see everybody then. Bye.
Cheers.
Boy. We need to get one of those, like,